Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hello Harem Podcast. I am your host, Alex Luby, and my elbow just fell off the table. But I'm joined, as always, by the horniest homies to sail the seven seas, Mr. Jonathan Semrau, Anthony Luby, Luke Farnsworth, Neil, and we have a special guest who actually sails the horny seas, Mr. RJ. How is everyone doing today?
We're gamers. We out here. We vibing. We blowing ass. Welcome to the podcast.
I just forked down rice and beef so fast. It was the best rice and beef I've ever had.
Is it going to come out as fast as it went down?
It doesn't come out.
Anthony's been backed up for 7 weeks.
You don't shit on prep.
It gets processed and
Absorbed.
absorbed.
How you doing, Luke?
Yeah, sure am.
How are you, RJ? Welcome to the podcast. We're happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm free for now.
For now.
He's rocking the captain's hat.
He's holding Neil in his lap.
That's the optimal Neil placement.
Yeah, this is actually optimal Neil RNG.
Optimal RNG, this one can go on now.
Yep,
I
continue.
have Neil before me, so.
Well,
It's just sitting cozily in your,
right.
I'm sure, comfy lap.
Speaking of runs, I was thinking about going on a run today, but then I was stuck in horror from the realization that you guys have not hit that like button, commented, or subscribed. Also ring that bell for notifications and check out our Twitter at Hello Harem.
speaking of runs, I'm going to get this out of the way early. The Hello Harem Podcast has been asking for 38 episodes as of now. We've been asking for money from the Hungry Man Corporation to sponsor our podcast and better the amount and quality of sponsorships that I can put out. Hungry Man, my name is Jonathan Semrau of the Hello Harem Podcast, and once again, I'm asking for your financial support. If you could send me like $6,000, a new Chevy, a Wi-Fi router,
Can we get some chalk?
can we get some chalk, some non-name brand chalk? We're not getting sponsored by this brand.
A big chalkboard.
A big chalkboard.
No. A smart board.
Can we get an Eno board?
An Elmo.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hungry Man, I am Jonathan Semrau of the Hello Harem Podcast. If you could please follow us on Twitter at Hello Harem, email us at helloharempodcast@gmail.com, follow us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and
Twitch.
Twitch. Get ready
YouTube.
for the Twitch and our YouTube channel. That would be fantastic. Once again, I'm Jonathan Semrau of the Hello Harem Podcast. Thank you for continued support, and I will talk to you next week. Where were we?
Bears.
What were you gonna say?
We're gonna
not getting the Bears.
No,
yet.
Bears are the
You guys are asking about
Bears come after
smart
everything
boards.
else.
Why not a light bright?
Oh my
God.
Wow, what a blast from the past.
Wait, dude, can we make anime girls on a light bright?
Yeah,
Put 'em
that
up
is
here?
That'd be actually
That's
awesome.
a great idea, RJ.
That's like pixel art, but a
That
light
is
bright.
so smart.
That's sick.
I love
All right,
light
so we're
bright.
buying light brights.
All right, RJ's done it.
Are we all buying a light bright, or we're just getting
Let's
one?
get like 8 and put them on the wall behind us and put them together. So
And
that
it's
way
one big
Yeah.
picture.
Wait, what are we gonna do with the girls?
They'll
They'll vibe.
okay. We could.
I'll make them into pillowcases and use them.
Don't use them. Pillowcases is fine, but don't.
Speaking about using, I can give you an early C story about that one.
Oh, geez.
What?
We'll get in it.
We'll get there. Don't
We'll
worry.
get there. We'll
We've
get
got
there.
plenty of time for
Yeah.
your shanties.
So before we get into the anime of the week, I actually had some demons I was fighting today, and I thought of a couple things. First off, have you guys ever thought that if we were in Portal, you could suck your own dick using portals?
What was that, Luke?
So you know the portal gun, right? You could use it to suck your own dick using portals.
Is that gay?
I was just about
Would you?
Would I?
Would you?
Would I?
Would you?
Would I?
Actually, I have a no. I have a question about that.
Yeah.
So I don't actually think you could.
Why?
Why not?
Well, because think about it like this: the way that portals are placed, they're more vertical than horizontal. So if you
Yeah.
place one portal on top of the other, position your face and then your cack, I don't think it would work.
Side by
But
side,
you
lay
just
flat.
flip it.
I mean, no. What you,
I don't know if.
no.
Alright,
What,
well, how?
wait, hold on.
I think
hold
it
on.
could work.
I solved it. So you lay the portal. So you set the portal up. It's sitting vertically.
They have to. They're always placed more vertical than horizontal.
Yeah, I know. That's not a problem. So you set the portal up. It's placing vertical, and you set the one on top of it. You just set like a fucking milk crate. Stand on the milk crate.
But then your dick would go higher too.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So
You said, I said side by side, you lay on your side.
No, I don't even think you have to do that. I think you walk up to a wall, do the bottom one, and I'm assuming a portal is like what, width, height, or something. How tall is one portal?
Probably
About
walk
as
through
tall
it
as you.
Like an average man, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's like 5 to 6
Because they're
feet.
tall enough to where
Shell.
Is that her name?
I think so.
She can walk through it standing up.
Okay, so the
perfectly
milk
fine.
crate would work if you stacked it up and you put your dick to the top of that portal.
Yeah, because on the
See,
other portal that would
That's
come
what I
out at the
said,
top,
side
too.
by side.
Laying that, but I don't think that would work either.
Why not?
Because you put your dick. You put your dick through one portal, right? I don't think it'll line up with your face.
That's true. The measurements would have to be almost perfect.
Yeah, and I guess if you spaced them
If you
right,
space
Okay,
it right, then it's fine.
Genuine question.
I think Luke's right. Actually, now that
No,
I'm thinking about
okay.
this, if you spaced them correctly,
Just
one
never mind.
dick length
We're
and
getting
one
too deep.
face space.
So that was one of my thoughts today. Another thought, I keep noticing that Adam Knight is commenting on all of our YouTube videos. Shouts Adam Knight.
Thank you, Adam
And I
Knight.
saw in the last upload, Adam Walker commented. So I was thinking, why don't we just have them fight to the death to determine who's the one true Adam of the podcast?
Adams, you know what to do.
Prepare your portal guns.
Boys, drop your trousers and get your portal guns ready.
First one to solve this impossible equation.
That could be a whole portal level.
First Adam to suck
that's
their
a
own
puzzle
dick
game.
wins.
All right.
Equation.
Adam Knight, I'm rooting for you.
I'm rooting for.
I'm rooting for my Adam.
I don't care.
That's fine.
Any Adam that wins is an Adam in my heart.
Yeah, Adams, actually fight to the death in the comments. Feel free to get nasty.
Say hi.
Start with hello and then fuck each other in the ass.
With
Luke,
compliments.
and dicks. Luke,
Third, what are you guys' views on ASMR?
hate it.
You hate it?
I
Have you
despise
listened to Okayu ASMR?
I might like it.
You
I-
would like it.
Now,
I take
Well,
issue with the chewing.
Luke first introduced me to ASMR on our way back from the ships. I fell in love. That night, I fell asleep to Okayu ASMR. It was
Dude, it's amazing.
it was an enlightening experience.
I think my last experience with ASMR kind of fucked me up because there's an unreleased episode of the Hello Harem podcast where we did this fun little thing called the Punishment Wheel, and I had to listen to fart ASMR.
I forgot that never got released.
Yeah, it never got released. It was a good episode, I think, but I had to listen to fart ASMR for a while, and
It
that
was like
really.
the footage got really fucked
Yeah, the
up.
footage
I
got
forget what
cunted.
happened.
we lost all the audio.
Yeah.
We lost all the audio. Yeah.
RJ, what are your views?
Well, I put it off to the side for a while, and after I saw a bunch of things show up on my feed on YouTube, I said, why not? And now I find myself sleeping to it every night.
Isn't
What-
it nice?
What's
It
like
is.
a common ASMR you listen to?
Just generic sleep, massage, that kind of stuff, whispering.
It is fantastic because you'll be laying there in bed and it's dark, you can't really see much, and in one ear you hear something, and then it pans over.
It's amazing because
it's so crazy. It is.
you can
mind-blowing.
almost like feel it.
Uh,
It seriously trips you up. It's crazy.
There's this one very popular ASMR channel on YouTube where it's an African American woman who has like very exaggerated makeup, and she wears very bright red lipstick and eats very crunchy food.
Is it Glozell?
I don't
Because
know.
there's
don't
these
know,
girls
but I
who
know.
went to. What kind of hair does she have? Is it like
Short
like
and
permed?
straight.
Oh, I don't know. I think Glozell
Yeah.
had like
Glozell had, like,
permed
a-
hair.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
was
wa-
very poofy.
Yeah, it was rough.
It's rough.
A lot of people like it. Like her most popular video is her eating these very crunchy dill pickles right in my ear, and
I would vomit.
it's
I hate
very
pickles,
it's a
dude.
lot, dude.
I hate
It's
any
not even the
pickles.
pickles.
Oh,
It's
you're
just
damn right.
she's
It's
her mic quality is so good. And
It's like
it's
someone's
rough.
chewing
Yeah.
pickles in your fucking ears.
it's bad.
I don't think I could vibe with like eating ASMR.
I can't. Some people
Oh.
get hard to it.
That's where I was getting at. I hate chewing ASMR. I hate eating ASMR, and I hate like the mouth clicking ASMR, like the.
Like,
No, not even
the
that,
Wonder
like-
Egg. The Wonder Egg.
No,
Lip-
like
that's a lip smack.
No, not like.
I get what you're saying.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
come across
I
ones
hate
where
that.
I don't like that either.
ear eating ASMR. It's just
I like those.
It's different. I'm not gonna say I like it though.
I like that, and I like when they blow into your ears.
That's
are, like,
that's when
those
you
are the
like
two that
that's
call
when
me
you like
away.
feel it.
They
You're
give
like,
you
dude,
goosies?
what? Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
get goosies hard.
You know, Caillou, she like sings very somberly.
And like ear
Blissful.
ear cleanings are weird. I don't, because that's not something that I would want someone doing to me.
I wouldn't want someone to do it, but I like the sound.
It's like I like the ASMR of it, but in real life, I'd be too.
I don't know.
I'd be too like
I'd be
embarrassed.
self-conscious.
I'd be
Yeah.
interested.
I
I'd be
gotta
nervous.
find this one ASMR video. I forget what it's called. It's called like something weird, like the Cody Zone or something like that. No, it's weird. It's literally this. It's just this dude, and he's like, I feel like he did it for like a school project, like an audio design project. And you put your headphones in, and he takes you on an adventure. Like, it's weird. Like, he's like you hear a knock on the door. Like,
Wait,
way off.
I've heard that. Yeah,
I think
I've
I
heard
sent
that
it to
one.
you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
it's
it
amazing.
was really good.
It's
I
amazing.
actually really like that one because then there's this one part. He's like, now we're gonna get your hair cut, and like you hear like.
It kind of gets scary.
Yeah, and you
It
like
gets
you
really
feel it. You
scary.
like feel it like right down there when it's trimming up your neckline. And it's like, ugh. It's very cool though. There's two of them. I'll have to find them and send them to you guys.
They're cool.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
All right, Luke.
The final thing in my notes, it just says deodorant. Do you guys ever find yourself putting on deodorant and it just doesn't work? Like, I still sweat through deodorant all the time. And if you guys
what
don't,
kind of deodorant are you using? Are you using dry or
I
gel?
use dry.
Antiperspirant.
Yeah, and I still
I
find
don't
myself
use
sweating through it. So if you
antiperspirant, I
have
just
any
use regular.
deodorant recommendations, I would appreciate it.
Dove?
I'll get
Anything by degree.
I don't get down by
Yeah.
Dove.
I use Red Spice.
Old Spice.
Old Spice.
Yeah. The cartridge is like red.
I get down with Old Spice, and I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with a good old dollar speed stick.
Dude, I
It
grew
has a good
up.
smell to it.
I-
Not
no,
good
but
smell.
it doesn't
Speed
last.
stick.
No, it does not. But I fuck with speed.
It's
stick.
like when you hold it, it's the best feeling. Like,
yeah, it's that
like,
white
wow,
ass.
this is burnt.
Speed
You
stick.
take
Like,
the top off, it's green.
Black
and you're like,
ribbed grips.
Speed stick is actually the deodorant that works the least on me.
it doesn't work on anyone.
No.
it's a
It
dollar
doesn't
for a
work at all.
reason.
You just throw it on. You're like, oh, dude, I fucking.
I
reek.
smell
That's
now.
what
And then you
Anthony
go-
and I grew up on.
You know,
man.
speaking of things that have a weird smell that I really like, there's this old man aftershave called Brute. It comes in a green bottle. It's just called Brute, and it's,
Does it have the smell of like an old man?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Yes. And
I do get down with that smell.
yeah, I use Brute.
I know what you're talking. Like, I know what smell you're referring to. I get
good.
down with that smell, as weird as it
Yeah,
is.
Brute's a good
Do you
aftershave.
clean shave your face like with a razor?
No,
Dry shave it?
no.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
dry.
fuck dry
No,
shave.
I dry.
That shit
I
on-
use.
Oh my god.
I use an electric razor and then I shave it up. But when I get around the neckline, it makes my neck itchy, so I always toss a little aftershave down there. Yeah, it's nice.
I think
The
that's
way I
what
found to
I
help
need
with
to
that
do.
is splash a bunch of cold water in your face and then just dab it off.
I hop in the shower.
Oh,
after I
really?
shave.
Yeah.
When
I
get shaved.
You're
usually
supposed
shave
to.
before I go
It
shower.
softens up the hair follicles, but I don't.
Because like with the hot water opens your pores, the cold water closes them again.
I'm too lazy to
Oh,
shave.
so you do that after you shave?
Yeah.
Do you put on aftershave as well with that,
Nope.
or just
Just-
straight up cold water?
I just take a razor, hot water, just go at it. Cold water, bop my
RJ's
face
a
off.
man.
I
too
mean,
dangerous
I
to be
have-
left alone.
Like, I used a razor for the first time like 2 years. Like a month
Yeah,
ago.
I get such bad
I get like
irritation.
irritation all through here.
My
on
skin's
neck.
just so sensitive.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like
I've actually
baby.
thought about going clean shaven. Every time I do it, I'm like, I'm too lazy.
Luke, I would give you
I would
$20
yeah,
if you
I would be
clean-shave.
curious to see clean
Legit,
shaven Luke.
if
I haven't
I-
seen it in so.
if I had the
long.
cash
I don't actually
in
think
my
I've ever
wallet,
seen you clean.
I would give
No,
you $20.
I have. When I met you, you were clean shaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's been a long time.
Was
though.
that the corn concert?
No, it was. We didn't meet.
You
We met
met.
before that.
We didn't meet. Luke didn't like.
Hey, you like corn?
Yeah,
I
like
corn, let's
like
buy
I
it.
went like Jacob. Hey, my buddy's going to a corn concert and asked if you wanted to go. You guys have never met. You guys want to spend the night
Yeah, no,
together?
you like corn. You want to spend the night?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's probably been about 3 years, at least.
Since we met.
Yeah,
We
probably.
met at Wing Night. Jacob introduced me to you because
Yep,
me
yep.
and Jacob were planning to go to Wing Night, and
No,
then
that would have. It was. Wait, I have the memory. It just came up. I think it was 4 years ago.
Wow.
well, yeah, the way it went down is, you know, my older sister is dating Luke's best friend, and so there was this one time I was going to Wing Night, and Jacob invited me to go to Wing Night with him, and he was like, "Hey, my buddy Luke wants to come. Would that be cool?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'm always down to meet new friends." I hang out with Luke more than I hang out with Jacob.
I was hanging out with Jay more than I hang out with Jacob.
So yeah, that was the birth of a 4-year friendship.
Here we are.
Here we are. And you guys
Talking
got
about sucking your dick in portals.
And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
You know, and I'm gonna be
comment.
honest. If we couldn't have this conversation, I don't think we'd be very good friends.
Uh-uh.
That's fair.
All right, Luke, is there anything else?
Nope, deodorant was the last point.
All right.
I had one actually.
All right.
I wanted to bring it up, and Luke's odd, whatever those you want to call those.
His demons.
His demons.
My demons I was fighting today.
I was reading an Ask Reddit thread where the question was pretty much, parents of Reddit, have you ever heard your child say like anything about a past life?
I read this. That shit interests me so much.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I guess 2 questions. 1, have you guys ever experienced anything like that? And 2, do you think there's, because like pretty much what it's getting at is like reincarnation.
Like
What-
the reusal of souls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
like? What are your thoughts on that? Because I think that is so cool.
I think that's the coolest possible thing that could happen after you die. How much I believe in it, I don't know, but I don't know if I believe anything because all of it is so whatever. But if I choose to believe in that, that's cool as fuck.
That's how
Some
I
of the
am.
things like these kids would say were so specific and to a point.
Mhm.
It was like, it was weird. It was really weird. I mean, you know, it's Reddit. They could just be bullshitting and
Yeah.
someone's like, but
Like if they were true, I mean, some of them were like, my kid was like 3 or 4 saying,
like all the age ranges were like 3 and 4. That was
yeah,
like
they were really
90%.
young.
So the way that works, a lot of it is people believe it's child innocence that allows them to awaken like spiritual bonds and shit like that.
Really?
fucking cool.
Yeah, that's why I was like. That's why they say I was able to see like ghosts.
I remember you told us that story. You could
Oh,
see a
yeah.
ghost or something.
I've seen 2. I've seen 2 had experiences before.
When I was younger, like shortly after my grandpa died, my mom, after the funeral, we were back at my grandma's house, it was my great grandpa Warren Dunn, who I'm named after. We were back at my grandma's house after the funeral, and everybody was just, just so sad. And I was like 2 when he died, 2 or 3. I was really young, but like, so I didn't know it was happening because I wasn't allowed to go to the funeral. I stayed at the house with like my cousin or something, and so when they came back from the funeral, we were all like, they were all in the kitchen like just sobbing, and I went and got my mom and I brought her to the front of the house, and like I pointed up, that big round,
Yeah, that's at your curlies, right?
half
Yeah.
circle window above
On the front door.
I pointed, I was like, Grandpa's up there. Like I kept pointing to it and saying that he was up there, and then my mom was like, what?
Like freaked out.
Yeah, freaked out. But apart from that, I remember at you guys' old house, you were convinced that there was a ghost.
Swear to God.
You were convinced that there
Swear
was a
to
ghost, and
God.
I remember one story specifically where I think it was Anthony told me one night he was in bed and he looked and there was somebody standing on the landing at the midpoint of the steps.
I remember that.
Yeah,
like,
it was
vividly.
because our bed faced directly into the hallway,
Which is a horrible
down the
place
stairs
for a child's bed.
to a landing.
So scary.
Like if I turned my head to the right, I would see out the door and see like the landing of the stairs. I swear to God, like it had to be 24 times I saw this black figure with a top hat.
He was standing on the landing.
He was standing on the landing. Creepiest shit I've ever seen.
Back to like the reincarnation thing. Do you? Well, yeah, I know it. But do you think like, say it's real and like that's the thing? Do you think everyone gets reincarnated or goes through that?
I'd like to believe so if that's the case. I think
so,
everybody.
too.
I think like
Probably
everyone
just locks their memories.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah.
believe that everybody like gets a second chance,
That's
no matter
what
how
kind of,
shitty
like-
you are.
If I was like reincarnated and I lived a past life already, I would like really want to remember
I
what
would
the hell
too.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like fucking Thorpe was a Viking?
Yeah.
Yard.
Yeah, Thorpe
Like
got
he's
the
like
blood
King
eagle.
Louis the 17th.
Or how far back do you think it goes? Because all those stories, I think the oldest one I remember seeing from somebody was like, they thought they were in, well, they did like every war. They were like in World War One, they
Yeah.
died. World War Two, they died. Vietnam, they died.
Yeah, that person like went through every major conflict.
Yeah, like, dude, that
I was
sucks.
like, yeah, I was like, dude, your past
Talk
life.
about PTSD.
yeah,
So,
holy
yeah,
shit,
like
you get to
hella
experience-
Kid
PTSD.
better stay away from the military. That's all I'm
Joining the
saying.
military.
Like, I wonder if those
Does
go
he get
back.
extra pension for that?
He gets all the pension.
No, he doesn't. It's one per body.
First off, he went to Nam. No one got pension for that.
Okay, that's fair. They got drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they do.
homelessness.
That one was interesting.
But do you like-
he like described how he died. He
Well,
was
it's
like,
funny, like Jonathan brought up the Viking thing. I didn't like hear any of the stories mention something that went back that far to like Romans or even like 1800s, 1700s.
My thought on it would be that reincarnating so many times, you'd lose the memories after you reincarnate multiple
Probably.
times.
So it's like you
That
do it all the
makes
time,
sense.
and then you remember the last one you did.
Yeah, kind of.
Or maybe up to a certain point.
Up to like
Yeah.
a certain time period, probably.
Or maybe it's
That
like
does make
souls
sense.
or like...
I don't know. I don't know if I really believe in reincarnation.
I'm not sure either,
not
but
sure.
it'd be
I think
hella
it's cool.
dope.
I think it'd be cool, like in theory, but just in terms of the way everything works, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But it also does.
Yeah.
I saw someone say that people get reincarnated or like with a past life or whatever are people who died tragically when they shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
That's well,
So,
yeah.
like, you have
that's
people-
also like the thought of ghosts too.
Yeah,
It's the
like
same
like
idea.
a dude goes to war, he gets shot in the neck. He's 18. He didn't live a life, you know, and then he gets born in 99 again, and now he can sort of redo
Now he
it.
has an anime podcast.
Now he's an anime podcast and he's wearing a Charmander hat.
Luke wasn't born in 99, was he?
No.
98.
98. I just brought up a random year, but Luke could have been killed in World War II for all we know.
There's a documentary I actually saw
We're not
on
saying
that
it's
a long
just
while
you.
ago. Some kid just came to his parents one day like, hey, I don't know who you guys are, but this is my name and stuff. Like, gave the name of an officer in the Navy from World War II and just spouted off random things like his wingman, his squadron, the model and number and exact things of
I
his
heard
aircraft.
that story.
It's shit like that that makes you think like,
Is there,
dude,
like-
how does this?
Did
It was
he
an
write-
actual
know that?
documentary.
Did he write a book? Or is it like a video documentary?
I think there is, yeah.
Oh, dude, I have to read it. If we can remember it after the podcast, I'm going to buy that
that would
book.
be
That'd
cool.
be amazing to read.
Maybe it's like after a certain point, like maybe it is like the people that died tragically thing, but maybe it's like souls only last so long. Maybe you can
That's
live.
fair.
Maybe you can live
Yeah.
so many lives before the soul has to pass on.
Because you think about, like,
That
if
is
it
true.
is a
Everything
thing
is
and it
just
happens
energy.
to everyone, like, what about, like, as far back as the Egyptians? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Maybe there's like
I don't have any recollection of building the Pyramid of Giza. I don't think anyone
Luke
does.
might have been King Pissin coming.
Actually, the Egyptians had a
do.
completely different theory on how death works. So, like,
That was good.
the Egyptians did not believe in anything even close to like that.
The Egyptians.
No, but I don't think it's a-
puppy.
I don't think it's a matter of believing in it.
Proper
It's like
teaching
if it happens, it
death
happens. What you believe is what you believe in your life, but whatever happens is actually what happens.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? When I die, I'll tell you guys about it.
Sweet,
Thanks, Luke.
dude.
Luke will be our guest on the podcast.
There's just nobody there. You just hear, yeah, come.
Like we're doing mic check. It's like, oh, Luke, we were just at Luke's funeral. We're all like old ass men, and it's like Mike, Chaku, and then we just hear in Luke's mic with like his hat still on the stand. We're all sad about it. We just hear, come piss, shit fart, and we're like, oh, he's here with us.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that I'm here just going, come piss, shit, fart, or the fact that we've been doing this podcast for 58 years.
58.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if we're doing this as old ass men and we're still at like 78 subscribers?
Gremory's got a nice rack.
Dude, I can't believe how fat her ass is, dude.
Dude, I'd be so down to do this for
That'd
that
be
long.
fucking awesome.
Think of how awesome that is. Like, your grandkids are like, alright, hold on, I gotta go get my grandpa. It's podcast night!
It's podcast night. Have you guys seen Ozzy's fat tits?
Dude, that'd be so fucking
Oh, that would be
Hey,
amazing.
little Jimmy, check this shit out.
Hey, grandson, come here. I've
I
got
got
to show.
something to show you.
You
It's
ever
a
heard
video.
of Testament of Sister New Devil?
Ever
Back in
heard
my
of-
day,
Can't wait to show my
You
girlfriend.
may have the
sometime.
Bible, but I
Ever
have Bible
seen
Black.
Overflow?
I have manga.
Let's talk
It's a
about-
good one, dude.
All right.
I don't care what
All
anyone
right.
says. It's fucking poggers.
Speaking about poggers, Luke.
Anime of the week was to me this week, and I chose The Dragon Dentist. You get one free lollipop with every root canal.
Oh, half off lollipop.
It's not half off. I decided to break the trend because everybody did half off.
Oh,
It's like
half
a
off root canal.
$20,000 lollipop.
You like my dragon?
Wait.
Turn
Luke,
turn
that
over
dragon
here.
looks like a worm.
With like the peeling
You know-
from
Hey, that looks
Mario.
like the wiener.
You know, I was totally prepared to
Kinda
get made fun
does.
of because I can't draw. It still hurt my feelings.
What?
I was totally prepared to get made fun of for my drawing because I was like, this looks like a worm. It still hurt my feelings when Alex said it.
That looks like a worm with the P-wing from Mario on it.
It might be a bad dragon, but it doesn't look like the
The
bad dragon.
So I guess that's fair.
Luke, what is the dragon den?
Welcome to the Hello Nixon podcast.
Boy.
All right, Luke.
Sounds like someone's breaking in.
Calm down, Dick. Just a Tom.
All right. Where are we cutting from?
Anime of the week.
Dragon Dentist. What's
yeah.
it about?
All right. Well, let me. Before I get into what it's about, it is not technically a 12-episode anime. I consider it a movie. It was like a 2-episode special. One was like 30 minutes, the other was 45 minutes. It's kind of how like Burn the Witch is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to consider it like a movie. It is about. There's a country, and I think they just refer to them as Dragon Country because the names of the countries don't actually really matter in the plot of the story. That's at war with a neighboring country over a power dispute. And there's these people of Dragon Country use dragons to fight, obviously, and there's these people named the Dragon Dentist who live on the dragon and clean its teeth.
Oh.
A soldier from the enemy country is actually reborn in the dragon's teeth, which is a sign of a great disaster to come, and it's the story of that.
Wait. Reborn in the dragon's teeth?
So the dragon, as it destroys cities, obviously things get stuck in its teeth.
Yeah.
And one of the things that can happen is that someone can be reborn in a dragon's teeth.
Like they're encased inside the tooth.
Well, like, it's... No, not really. It's...
They just live
They
in
don't
its
really,
mouth.
like, explain how it happens, but, like, they find him in between the teeth.
Oh, like,
And he was
okay.
reborn
like a corn
in the
kernel stuck
teeth.
there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was
Okay.
reborn in it. It wasn't like he bit him and, like, oh, he's stuck in his teeth now, like...
Weird.
Dragon needs a toothbrush.
I don't know. Based on the title, I thought it'd be like a slice of life.
So did I.
Funny.
No, it's
Wait.
actually really deep.
Are the dragons angry because they ain't got no toothbrush to reach them?
No, that's why they got the toothbrushers.
But
They have the
That's why
toothbrushers.
the alligators are angry, though.
they got medulla oblongata.
They got all damn teeth and no toothbrush.
Dude, we should play alligator
You're
dentist.
welcome to come over, Colonel Sanders. Mama says we're having chicken tonight.
That was really good.
Luke, that actually sounds kind of pogger.
Luke,
If-
how many dragon's teeth do you rate this?
Well, first, the only reason it doesn't get like a better score is because Crunchyroll decided to take it off. So fuck Crunchyroll.
Well, that's not really
think
the
that's
show's
Crunchyroll.
fault.
You can blame
Probably.
I
Funimation
don't
for that
give
one,
a
probably.
fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck Crunchyroll.
Oh,
Crunchyroll
fuck
gets
Funimation.
1 Crunchyrolls out of 10. Would not pay for Crunchyroll if they keep taking shows off. I don't pay for Crunchyroll anyway.
Alex
I
does.
do.
I might, too.
I give it 8 teeth cleanings out of 10.
Is that good?
8 teeth cleanings.
Wow.
It is an extremely good story. It's very short, sweet, gets to the point. There's great character development, great character design. The show's really pretty. It's very rough animation, which looks really good. Good show.
Waifus?
Eh.
Do you like dragons?
He
likes horses.
I don't.
There's no horses in it, so Alex is going to give it like a 4 out of 10 because there's no horses. If there were more horses, he'd definitely watch it.
Thanks, Luke. Very informative.
Well, since we're on the topic of dragons,
Do you
How about
like
try
dragon
these
nuts
balls across your face?
damn it. I was gonna say like Brandon.
What does that have to do with dragons?
He's
Speaking
big
of
and he
dragons,
plays fire.
Brandon go brr. Let's talk about Brandon for a minute. Viewers of the podcast, you may know that we have a friend by the name of Brandon. Brandon roughly stands about 6 stories tall and weighs about 14 metric tons. And we've actually come up with this great idea brought on by the unit himself. Brandon wants to fight a bear. And
Was
not-
this based on? Did he listen to yesterday's episode?
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
he brought it up from that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so what
Moose.
kind of went down is Brandon said he wants to fight a bear. So we came up with this idea of a bear bracket to see if Brandon could fight his way through a horde of bears. And we're not going to do it all at once. So we were talking before the podcast. We've decided that right now our Brandon is a little bit too sweet. He's been out of the game for a minute. He
He's
was
like that big beefy blue dragon from Dragon Tales.
didn't.
Oh,
yeah, I got that.
The Chungus.
Brandon used to be a college football player. Now he's a teacher. So Brandon's not in his prime anymore. But we're going to give Brandon a year to prepare using whatever means necessary minus steroids. What's going to happen is we're going to set Brandon up in an arena with one bear at a time with some intervals in between for healing because it's going to get bloody. So we're just going to talk about our bear bracket and give reasoning behind why we think Brandon would A, fuck, or B, get fucked. Let's start with the smallest of the bears on the list, the red panda. Now, everybody at the table, I think, we're going to do this based on Nanora. If you agree that Brandon would fuck the bear, say no. If you think that Brandon would get fucked by the bear,
Give us a shuba.
give us a shuba.
Shuba.
All right, so Red Panda. No. All right, why do you think that Brandon would fuck the bear, Thor?
Hi. Well,
That's
given that Brandon is
How much does Brandon weigh? He told me. He actually texted me. It was like 270 or something.
He's dropped weight. He was around 330.
Okay.
before
all right.
he
Let's
started- or no,
assume.
Well, he's Brandon in his
no, he
prime.
was like 370.
Yeah. Do you know
before
what he
started
was? When he was playing football?
Yeah, you can look up his stats, but they're from like he said it's like his sophomore year or something, so they're not accurate.
So add like 25 pounds.
Add like 40
Of
pounds.
pure muscle.
So
Yeah.
Just real lineman.
he was a lineman, right?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
he's big.
Yeah.
So let's assume around 300 pounds.
He's about 6'5".
We're gonna say the Brandon, you could put it in the comments how much you would weigh if we got you back in your prime. But we'll assume 300 pounds just
pounds.
because we don't know.
Because we're taking the average of the Bears, might as well take the average of Brandon.
Just a ball of muscle,
Of pure muscle.
and he can move quick because
And-
linemen are quick.
Yeah, the pure muscle and fucking coney
I
dogs.
can't wait to get the message in the group chat from Brandon that says, "Yeah, I couldn't run very fast."
So first off, red pandas are like they don't even stand.
How
like
much does a
fucking
red
foot
panda
tall.
weigh, Luke? You're gonna have to get all these weights out.
I know they're not a lot. They're small.
They're tiny.
Yeah.
Brandon could just fucking step on it, and that's game over.
They bite
First
hard.
thing- you know,
I don't
did
think
you
it's gonna get a
realize-
chance. He's gonna punt this motherfucker across.
Yeah,
to the
red
moon.
pandas can now
Before
fly.
I get in, all right. Well, I have two things. One, did you know that if you look up how much does a red panda, it autofills with cost? Second off, are we talking male or female?
Male.
Which one's
male.
heavier?
Male.
Well,
I
do they
think
know?
we're
No,
going-
no. We're doing male.
We
We're
have to
keeping
go
it
with male.
gender.
Yeah.
Keeping it
Oh.
the same gender.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Just
have,
like a boxing match.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't have Brandon punching women.
All right,
Thank
what
you.
do we got? For red
So
panda
for a
weights?
male red panda, it is 8.2 to 14 pounds.
Brandon is beating.
Brandon
the
fucks the
absolute
bear.
piss out of this panda.
All right, red panda dead.
Yeah,
What's next?
Brandon punts the red panda. Next goes to the koala bear, the humble
It's
koala.
dead. It's dead. It is
How
dead.
much does a koala weigh?
I feel like they're
Probably like
smaller
50.
than red pandas.
Okay, hold on.
think
Like
it's 50
even
pounds.
like
No, they're bigger.
Oh,
what?
8.8 to 33 pounds.
it's still getting.
Let's
fought.
do the heaviest koala. Brandon fucks the koala.
Yeah, it does
The
because
heaviest koala is over 2 times the weight of a red panda, and it's still about the size of a toddler.
Yeah, Brandon
because
picks,
koalas are useless and they're fat fucks.
Brandon picks the koala up by its back legs and swings it against a
He
tree.
fucking eats it.
Yeah, he eats it for sustenance. Yeah. It's like the video I can count to 3.
I pointed out that koalas aren't bears before we get hate in the comments.
You did,
it's in the
yeah.
name, though.
But it's in the
Koalas are
name.
bears.
It's in the
I
name.
pointed it out
Okay,
before.
so the next bear on the roster is the first bear that's actually going to pose a threat, and that would be the speckled sun bear. How much? I think we looked before. The speckled sun bear tops out around 150.
Yeah, around 150.
Okay, so speckled sun bears are my favorite bear, and I have a speckled sun bear T-shirt that I'm not wearing right now. But I think the sun bear would be the first bear to put up a solid fight.
Oh
Jake,
yeah.
who
Yes.
are you gonna root for?
I'm gonna have to root for.
Because you can't show disrespect to either team.
I know. I think I gotta root for. I'll be in Brandon's corner, but I'm gonna be silently cheering for the sun bear. I'm not gonna lie. I do think sun bears are just about the cutest thing in the world. They're fucking adorable.
Just until Brandon crossed bodies.
Yeah, and then and then Brandon.
He's gonna give it the.
I think,
suplex.
Just imagine they just cross counter each other.
Oh yeah.
I like to think that, or Brandon tombstones the bear.
Could you imagine fucking both Brandon and the bear running at each other, fists out, and they both land a solid punch, and they're both on the ground?
I think Brandon's got the length in the arm.
Yeah.
Oh, he might.
Sun bears.
Yeah. But what
Yeah.
about
But what
speed?
with the
I feel like
claws added in this?
It doesn't matter if you have the
Okay, no, sun bear claws are like that fucking long.
Brandon's gonna have to be careful.
Yeah,
He's
this
gonna. It's not really just a game of strength anymore. It's a game of
You're white.
It's wit. It's wit. It's wit.
You gotta be agile.
You got to be agile. You got to be quick, and you got to think more than your opponent.
Now, but Brandon does have an advantage the sun bear does not have. Thumbs. Brandon could pick up a big stick.
That is true. We never
Now
said
hold
no
on,
weapons.
hold on. I say no weapons. This is.
Are we doing this like a gladiator-style sand
All right,
pit?
hold on.
Yeah,
Are they
no.
going in the octagon or are they fighting in the forest?
No, a gladiator-style
dude.
sand arena.
This is gladiator style
What's
sand
the,
arena.
how's the bear going to react to being on sand?
The bear's gonna think about
find
killing
dirt.
Brandon. That's all. Its
And
instincts
then
are
he's
gonna
going to step
kick
on the
in.
sand and go, oh, fuck, I can't walk
No,
right. And then
bears
get the
have
fuck
walked
out
on
of there.
sand before. They live by riverbeds and lakes. Sand is not uncommon to bears.
I think he's right.
But
I'm going to hold this off until we get to polar bears, and then your argument falls completely apart because I don't think
sand
there's any
exists.
sand.
Sand
would you
exists
rather-
in where polar bear territory
Would
is.
you
They
rather-
don't just walk on ice.
Would you rather put Brandon in the opponent's home field? In which case, Brandon's gonna have to climb a tree to get that koala.
Regardless, this is
It's the home field
All right,
I
look,
want!
we're not
Hold on.
taking environment into play.
That's
They're
what
just
I
fighting
said.
each
Put
other.
him in the octagon.
That's
It's
what
the
I'm saying.
plains biome for Minecraft.
It is a battle of pure strength, and we cannot have weapons or anything interfering with that. If we're just judging by strength, there can be no interference. So it is just the bear, and it is just Brandon on a level playing field.
Okay.
There's nothing. The environment they're standing on is not going to play a role in how the bear reacts.
Okay.
So that's that.
I go Brandon still.
I think Brandon wins, but I don't think he comes out unscathed.
No, I think he's gonna get.
He's
Brandon's
down
gonna
for
get
a
cut
couple
up.
months.
Yeah, Brandon's down for a while. I think at the very worst, Brandon takes a solid puncture wound, and then we're gonna have to take a couple months before the next bear fight. But I think Brandon comes out on top. Nah, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nah. All right. Next on the agenda would be the American black bear, going up in weight. The American black bear is actually not that much heavier, and I'm actually gonna ask from the boys from the harem. We're going by the male weight of these bears, but once we get up there in weight, I think we're going to need to start going by the lowest or mid weight that we can get on these bears, just to allow this to be a fight instead of Brandon getting butt fucked by a bear.
That's fair.
Agreed.
That's fair.
The size difference of American male black bears to female black bears is startling.
What is it?
So males are 130 to 660 pounds. Females are 90 to 180.
Wow.
Whoa.
So if
So
we're
what about-
taking,
Let's take a 200-pound
if we're
male
taking,
black bear.
if we're averaging, the weight we get for
That's
the males
still
is 395 pounds.
That's still hefty.
I think
That's a hefty
I think
bear.
we go a little lower. I think we're going to say about a 200-pound black bear.
Let's say 250 to keep it close to
okay,
the average.
I'm cool
Another
with that.
lineman versus a lineman.
I'm okay. 250
Yeah,
black
exactly.
bear versus 250 versus 300 Brandon. This is a tough fight.
This is a
Black
very
bears
tough
are
fight.
fast.
Oh yeah.
They are fast.
They also like to stand up on their hind legs.
Yeah.
But that being said,
that's a good one.
black bears are pussies. If you jump up and down and scream loud enough, the bear's gonna turn tail, which gives Brandon the advantage to jump on its back. Which is
Choke it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't think Brandon's backing down.
No, I think if Brandon gets on the back of this bear, at the very least, the bear's gonna slow down. That's.
I think at this point, this is going to be Brandon's toughest battle, both physically and mentally, because he's going to, not only is the bear much larger and it's much stronger, but he's going to see that and his mind's going to think, oh fuck, this is an actual threat now. You know what I mean? He's going to be scared.
I don't know. Brandon was all for taking on a polar bear. So I don't think he's going to be
We're
afraid
not there
of a
yet.
black.
But dude,
I'm just saying, I don't think he's going to be afraid of a black bear.
I feel if he could exhaust the bear, he probably has the high opportunity to kill it. Then
Good luck
Exhaust.
exhausting the bear, though.
Yes,
Not
that's
even
the
that.
hard part.
It's
yes.
hard to wear out a bear.
We're
Yes.
all not taking into account Brandon's a farmer.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Brandon knows about the hard work that involves shucking hay.
He
over
does.
summer.
He definitely.
He's a
I
corn
feel like he
shucker.
has a high chance of exhausting a black bear before he gets exhausted.
I agree.
And I believe he has the knowledge to know to scare the black bear to give himself an advantage.
I think this is another fight. I think Brandon, in this case, it won't be a light puncture wound. I think Brandon will be lightly mauled, but I think Brandon might come out on top.
I think he comes out on top.
I think he comes out on top.
I give him a nap.
I think
All right, we've agreed. Brandon comes out lightly mauled, but at the end of the day, the black bear does not stand a chance against the one, the only, the man from Cutler, Ohio, Brandon.
Paul.
All right.
Next bear.
Oh.
Next bear.
Next bear.
Next bear would be the American brown bear, which is just such a step up.
Oh my.
I mean, this is crazy.
This is where the point where I think
130 to 660 now becomes 300 to 850.
we're doing the lowest weight brown bear, and that is an even match for Brandon. That is a 300-pound brown bear that Brandon's gonna have to duke up against.
That is the smallest brown.
And
Now-
we're not, because if we go for tallest, we're
That's
not getting
also
a
a
fight.
male.
We're getting our
Yeah.
friend getting killed on TV. And this is being televised.
This is why we have the technical difficulty screen on standby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Adult females can weigh between 200 and 450.
We can't put him against a female still.
I know, I'm just
They're
saying.
still
All right, we'll
big
do.
bear.
So, do we want to do a
Yes.
300-pound bear,
I think
or do
they'll
we
fight
want
more
to?
too. if they're
Spreading
protecting
bear
their cubs.
facts, I'm going to spread the whole bear fact.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you.
I'm here for the
Thank
people.
you, Luke. We really appreciate
My
it.
search history is just being covered in bear weights right now.
Okay.
So if I have to, everybody else gets to know the weights.
The only thing I see coming from this is that Russia's going to be very upset we're talking about their citizens.
Okay, so I have a question actually. So we could put Brandon against the 300-pound brown bear, or we could put Brandon in the first fight that's not even, but the first fight where Brandon is actually at a disadvantage. We could put Brandon against a 350-pound brown bear. What do we think? Are we putting it even just because it's a brown bear and they're scary?
Is there anything Brandon can do to give himself an advantage against a brown bear?
A brown bear is scary because they will maul you and then they will come back and maul you again.
I think the only option Brandon has at this point is to return to exhausting the bear.
Yeah.
Brown bears are faster than black bears.
Exhausting it.
I know that.
He doesn't outrun a brown bear.
It comes down to agility.
He's
how agile.
He can roll.
It's not to say he's got side steps on him.
That's true, but then brown bears, they're a scary bear because they will stand up, they will take swipes at you, and if they get a hold of you by a leg, they will gnaw the leg. So it's a really scary fight because Brandon has a chance if he can exhaust the bear, which again is going to be really, really difficult because this bear is 300 fucking pounds of pure bear. If the bear gets a hold of Brandon, the fight's over. Brandon dies.
I mean, one good swing by a bear paw and Luke's head.
One good swipe by a bear paw.
Brandon's head could come off.
It could break his leg. It'll break his leg.
It'll shatter his bones. These bear paws are gargantuan.
But
they're bigger than Anthony's fucking face.
Here's a good question I have. Is a bear's jaw similar to an alligator where if you keep it closed, it stays closed?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
I think they have the same strength opening and closing.
Okay.
But I don't think they have the ability to lock.
I got you.
So I think in this fight,
I don't think Brandon wins.
Not
against a brown bear.
I think that if Brandon can exhaust the bear and somehow, by the grace of God, get on this thing's back, I think Brandon can win. But this all comes down to if Brandon can jump on this fucker's back and start drilling it in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know Brandon's vertical, and
we don't know his 40-yard dash.
Or
we
how
also
strong
don't
the
know
bear's neck muscles are either.
Yeah, how tall a brown bear is on all fours.
How tall is a brown bear on all fours?
Very.
How tall is a brown bear standing up?
If it's like 5 feet, I don't know if he's getting on
I'm
top
sure
of
it's more than that.
I mean, he can grab fur.
Yeah, but the bear will turn around. The bear's not going to just stand there and let him grab his fur.
No.
What if Brandon suplexed the bear?
It's about 3 to 5 feet, measuring almost 9 feet standing.
I still say Brandon. I think if Brandon can get on this thing's back.
So we're not taking into account when he dodges, he could also be taking shots at the bear's legs.
I don't know if he's going to have that
got a pretty solid base.
You're telling me that if a bear's on all fours running at him, full momentum forward, and Brandon sidesteps it, he's not going to get a good kick at its back legs?
I think he could, but I don't know if it would make that much of a difference.
Probably not.
But we have Brandon in his prime.
That's true.
His thighs are probably...
I'm sure he could dent a car if he kicked
He could probably
enough. I'm sure
press.
he could hurt a fucking bear's leg.
He could probably leg press over 1,500 pounds.
All right, for the sake of saying that if Brandon plays carefully and exhausts the bear and counters correctly, I think Brandon very slimly, and as long as he can avoid... I think Brandon comes out with broken bones and a lot of cuts, but I think Brandon actually could win this fight. So
I think he has a chance.
I'm going to say Brandon may win against the brown bear. No!
I'll go nah. Just because I like Brandon.
I'll go nah. Nah, I got to stick to my guns, man. I got to go Shuba.
I'm giving him a nah.
First Shuba of the night.
All right, and the next bear up is where it gets really fucking scary. We go to the grizzly bear. The American grizzly bear, the scariest bear apart from the final boss. The grizzly bear will maul you, have fun while mauling you, leave, come back, maul you again, and then eat you.
And just stand there absolute.
You know what grizzly bears do on people? I'll bring this up during the fight. How much does the lightest grizzly weigh?
The inland area population is about 600 pounds.
Oh,
they can weigh up to 1,700 pounds.
Good lord.
If Brandon dies, Shuba, I'm not even getting into it.
Can we at least bring up some bear facts?
You can bring up bear facts, that's fine. Oh, females can go from 290 to 440. I'm keeping the whole
If we put it against a female,
large females can weigh up to 800 though.
What's the outland bear weigh then? Does that say?
About 1,700 pounds.
Okay.
So, grizzly bear fact number 1. Grizzly bears, if you jump up and down and scream at them, unlike the black bear, they will not run away. They will get pissed and charge you faster. And then they will knock you down. Grizzly bears have been known during maulings to take their paws and put them on people's heads and then bounce like that. And that is a real thing, I swear to God. Like, when a grizzly bear gets you on the ground, they will rip you the fuck up with their mouth and then stand on your head and jump. So, in this case, Brandon not only gets mauled, his skull gets crushed in.
Brandon's brain is going to be pudding.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm sorry, Brandon. I really have faith in your ability to... He might hang in there for a couple minutes, but not because of his own grace. It's because the bear's going to maul him, walk away, showboat a little, and then maul him again. So, no, Brandon, I'm sorry. That's a Shuba. Brandon dies.
Shuba.
Other grizzly bear fact, they have a maximum running speed of 35 miles per
Brandon
hour.
does not outrun the bear.
Not only are they big, scary, and mean, they're also fucking tanks.
So what's going to happen here is the fucking cages are going to open. First, Brandon comes out and goes, "Ooh, Brandon." And then the bear cage opens, and this thing doesn't even take a minute. It charges Brandon, then mauls him, walks away, goes, "Roar," and then mauls him and crushes his head. So, Brandon, we love you. Big fat Shuba. Now let's go on to the main card fight of the night. Brandon against a polar bear. Brandon, I'm so sorry. Minimum weight of a polar bear.
Hold on, you're going to have to let me do a little bit of digging. They have a maximum speed of 25 miles per hour.
So they're a little bit
slower.
A little bit
slower.
An adult male polar bear weighs around 775 to 1,200 pounds. The largest polar bear recorded weighed 2,209 pounds.
There's a chungus among
So
us.
even if it's, so the,
Wait. Say that again.
There's a chungus among us.
Damn right there is.
so
Females can weigh 330 to 550.
So not only does the lightest polar bear weigh more than the lightest grizzly bear, the heaviest polar bear ever is heavier than the heaviest grizzly. So this isn't even a fight.
No.
I don't think the polar bear is going to waste time doing the grizzly fun showboating. I think the polar bear is just going to rip Brandon's head off.
Polar bear's just going to look for a snack.
I agree. I think polar bears, because what they hunt and what their diet is, which is probably primarily seal, and it's in the Arctic, they don't have a lot of options to like, well, I'm going to eat some berries today. Maybe I'll eat a Brandon Paul later. They're just going to want the food, and they're just going to fucking rip him up.
Yeah, and I think the grizzly, like, after it's done mauling you, it's marked at the territory. The grizzly says, "This is my place. I've won." Mm-hmm. The polar bear is not in it for the territory. The polar bear is going to maul you because it wants to eat you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Anthony on prep. It wants calories.
It wants Brandon Paul.
That's a Shuba and a half, dude.
That is a
Brandon-
That's a Shuba.
Brandon dies to a grizzly and Brandon dies to a polar bear. That's
To put
fun.
into perspective how big these fuckers are, for the height on here, they have the female's height on hind legs as 5'9" to 7.9 feet. The male, they don't even have it on hind legs. They only have the shoulder height at 4.4 feet.
So probably like 10 feet, 11 feet.
Yeah.
So they are
Its length is 7.9 to 9.8 feet. So
my
it's
God.
you're looking
Yeah.
at about a 14-foot polar
that
bear
homie
standing above you.
doesn't fit in this room.
Do you
No.
think that Brandon survives one swat from the polar
No.
bear?
No.
No, it breaks his
Nobody.
neck.
Yes.
He's done.
It decapitates
It could hit him anywhere.
It doesn't matter where it hits.
His
him,
chest
he dies.
cavity becomes a chest cavity.
Yeah.
I think his best chance of surviving one hit is if it takes both his legs out.
And then he's
And
got
then he
broken
bleeds out.
legs. Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
not gonna
worse
let
than
him
getting-
bleed.
Yeah,
out.
that sounds a
No,
lot
I'm saying
worse.
if he managed to get away after taking one hit, he bleeds out.
That is so fucked.
He's
Yeah,
done.
when it hits him, he's going halfway across the arena. Like, that thing is gonna kill Brandon.
No, it kills him in one hit.
All right, and now we're gonna do one more special fight. How many Hello Harem members does it take to bring down Brandon?
Not enough.
Yeah, there's
If
not
all
enough
five
left.
of us in this room had a twin,
If I was in my boot camp shape and when I played football, maybe I'd stand a good 30-second chance.
you would help us.
Yeah,
It
maybe
would
15
help.
seconds.
Yeah.
Could we recruit the Bears?
Okay, wait, do you think all of us and a sun bear could beat Brandon?
The Sun Bear's the one that actually did the first amount of damage.
Yeah,
so-
that's why I'm saying.
Well, I think we
perhaps.
have a chance then, because he has to watch the sun bear while trying to avoid our punches.
I think Brandon would just have me under his shoulder while beating the sun bear.
Yeah,
Right
no,
on.
use
I
you
think-
to hit the Sun
I was gonna
Bear.
say, I
Yeah.
think you're giving him too much credit.
I
He's,
think we'd
he's
fare
holding
out
you by
better
the
with
feet and
army
beating the
attraction.
sun
Yeah,
bear
Jay,
with
Jay,
you.
you're Brandon's weapon.
He's got you by the feet, smacking the sun bear. We're kind of like, Brandon, stop! You're gonna hurt Jay, dude. He goes, what, and just hits us all in the fucking head with you.
Dude, I'm 160. I'm not a light weapon, and Brandon would swing me with one arm. Like, that is...
Epitome of I'll beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
That's what Brandon's doing. So, Brandon, you've heard it here first, factually, by the Hello Harem podcast. You win these fights until you get to the grizzly, and the polar bear we're not even going to watch. We're just
the only one that would be a fun match to watch, other than seeing a sun bear get
brown
punted
bear.
across 50 yards.
Not the
Brown
sun
bear.
bear. Not the sun bear. The
Red
panda and the red,
Oh,
the red
the
panda and
panda.
the koala. The sun bear's
Yeah.
a good fight.
Seeing a cute animal get punted would be interesting. But the brown bear, I think, would be the most interesting fight to watch.
I would agree.
That one would be...
Brown bear would be the match of the century.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Are we giving Brandon boxing gloves, or is this bare knuckle?
Bare knuckle.
Bare knuckles. Bare knuckles.
Bare knuckle?
Shut up.
All right.
Knuckle.
So that was the bear segment of the Hello Harem
Bear
podcast.
segment.
It's all the bare necessities, baby.
All right, well, let's get into who this guy is.
Yeah, we talk about bears for
So,
like 40
What I
minutes.
have very appropriately named in my notes, RJ time.
RJ time.
Welcome to RJ time.
So we have our third official guest on the Hello Harem podcast, episode 38. RJ, tell us who you are. Tell the viewers who the
Who is
fuck
RJ?
are you?
Who are you?
I'm just that random white kid in the corner right now.
He just
But-
showed up.
You're not in the corner.
We found him outside
I'll
of
be
an
the-
Arby's last night.
I already-
Wait,
Because nobody
RJ,
likes Arby's.
well, hold on. Let him introduce himself.
can you give your very official, like, what you are? Go ahead.
Hi, Captain.
You're wearing the hat, dude.
Yeah, they did.
This is.
Closer to
Go
the
ahead,
mic.
RJ.
All right, I usually go by RJ. That's what everybody here knows me as. My real name is Remington, like the gun company that went out of business because fuck your gun bills.
Come on, dude.
All
Gary,
right.
Politics.
No, that's just the way I live.
I like your name, by the way. That's
it's a
that's
fact.
name.
There's no politics in it.
Yeah.
All right. What is your title?
Define title.
Do you have
What
a title in your Navy?
If you want to go by my rank, I guess I am AC3 Graham. Air traffic controller, 3rd class. Yes.
That's cool, dude.
First off, tell everyone he was in the Navy.
I am in the
He is
Navy.
in the Navy.
Yeah. Oh, you're
He is-
still
he
in the
just
Navy.
re-upped.
He re-upped for 4
For
more
another
years.
4 years. You know how much I did it for?
How much?
A pen.
You got a free pen.
I got a free pen.
dude. So tell us why you joined the Navy, what you do in the Navy, and things like that.
Well, I'll start off with the story. I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I knew these kids named Jacob and Christian that Luke knows.
Yeah.
I started my first job at Walmart. Got about $10 an hour. It was pretty cool. Then they fired me because they thought I wasn't in high school anymore, but I still was. Because they tried to make me work during school hours. So I ended up working for Burger King after high school. That fucking sucked. Lo and behold, I'm like, hey Dad, take me to the recruiters. Everybody was very confused at that. I walked in hoping to go to the Air Force. They weren't there.
What did you?
They said, hey.
The fucking chair force. Leave it to them. They weren't there.
You're like going to you're like, hey, I'm here to see the Air Force. Oh, you just missed.
Yeah, they moved offices somewhere up here closer to the airport.
So
Go
RJ,
figure.
what did you hope to do in the Air Force? If that
I
was your
wanted
first option.
to be a part of what is known as AWACS, Airborne Weapon and Command
Okay.
System,
Yeah.
control system. Basically, you're in just a jumbo jet. It's got a huge radar dish on it. You're just providing data information for guys flying around.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got into the building, we got the Army guys over here. They're just chilling. They don't give a fuck I'm here. Marine dude pokes his head out in the hallway. Comes out to almost get me, and the Navy just like, come over here.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
And the Marines.
Those Marines usually jump on it too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, they need more people to eat crayons.
I like cranes.
you're not wrong.
All right, so you get in the Navy. How's this go? What's going on here?
All right. I signed on the dotted line. I'm there for a while. We're just chilling. They're like, what do you want to do as a job? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I want to work on the flight deck for an aircraft carrier. Like, okay, we can do that. We're looking at stuff. They eventually take me up to MEPS, which is in Cleveland. I take the test, get my score, whatever, and I sit down with the detailer. And they look at, oh shit, you're fucking smart. You got all this good stuff. You're good health. Cool. Oh. Well, that sucks. Like, what do you mean that sucks? Yeah, we can offer you air traffic controller or nuke or ET.
A nuke?
Yeah. Basically, I would a nuclear person. You can work on a submarine or aircraft carrier, and that's it for the Navy. You're literally just making steam with hot rocks.
All right.
Oh, really?
What
Yes.
was ET?
Electronics technician,
All right.
I believe.
Is that also on an aircraft carrier?
That's pretty much everywhere Navy-wise.
Okay, that's every boat.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
why'd you pick air traffic control?
Because I like planes, and I definitely wasn't being a nuke. Also, I feel like I probably passed the classes. That's the hardest job the Navy has to offer school-wise.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
That one seems
Don't
yeah,
fuck
hard.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fuck up.
I had a recruiter from the same office. He said, "Oh yeah, I fucking hate this job, but the money is great, but I'm not staying in for it."
I don't blame.
Yeah. So, signed on the dotted line. I eventually come back. They fly me out to Great Lakes, Illinois, to go to boot camp. That was a couple months of bullshit.
Now,
It was-
quick question about boot camp.
Yes.
My brother went to boot camp for National Guard,
Okay. Army or Air Force?
Army.
Okay.
Are boot camps for different sectors of the military different?
Yes.
Are
Very
they?
different?
So, like, Navy's different than Marines, Air Force.
There's boot
etc.?
camp for Army, Navy, Marine, Coast Guard. They're all
Okay, so
different.
they're all different. They're
Yes.
all kind of positioned towards that.
Yes. I think the other branches have multiple locations though, but the Navy only has one, and that's in Great Lakes.
Oh, so
They really only have
every
one?
Yes.
sailor goes.
To Great Lakes.
Oh, that's
This
interesting.
may be a dumb question, but did you have to do a lot of swimming?
Surprisingly, no. You only go to the swimming area once. You literally just have to pass a swim test. If you fail, you have to keep going back till you pass, which I've seen a couple people do. I actually didn't get certified as the best that you could because I got kicked in the face during my last part of the swim test.
Oh,
So I had brought my head up for air, trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Like, you get out of the pool. I'm like, fuck.
Shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But it was fun. You get down in your workout shorts, then you do everything they tell you to do. You literally just tread water for like 5 minutes. I don't know. Then you go up to a high dive where you just walk off. Then you either breaststroke, side stroke, backstroke, whatever, to the other end of the pool. That part's done. Then you go put on a pair of coveralls, jump in the water, fill them up with air, and then just float there.
all right. We're back. We're back.
As I was saying, the chicken strips go to the left of the forks.
Is that Burger King?
No.
All right,
Flashbacks.
so you got kicked in the
He's being an ass.
All right, so you got kicked in the face.
So they tell me to get the fuck out of the pool, and because of that, I had to go stand in front of a desk where about people were filling out paperwork. They're like, "Yeah, fuck you, you can sign, whatever." I'm like, "Okay, now what?" Like, wait to take the other one with the other failures. Like, well, fuck you too. So I had to jump back in the pool with coveralls that were 3 times too small, so I could barely get into them. Then I had to fill them with air, swim and just float there for however long. Then they're like, "Get out of the pool," and good, you passed, whatever, cool. Then it took me another 15 minutes to get out of the coveralls. So that was fun. But
Just
boot
like-
camp was just honestly easier than you think it'd be.
Really?
At least when I went, yes.
Mhm.
I didn't feel stressed out or over like pushed or anything. I mean, I felt like, yeah, they're fucking on your ass, but no. I mean, it was pretty straightforward.
Did they wake you up the ass crack at dawn? And
Yes.
Did you guys have like a hell week? Like
No, not like
nothing like
that.
crazy.
No. Well, what we had was every morning they'd wake you up at like early as fuck. Usually I was awake by that time anyways because I couldn't fucking sleep or shit. And I was in charge of the guns at one point as well, but I fucking put myself up for that and I was stupid to do so. Our Hell Week is called Battle Stations. Now, you're not supposed to talk about it, but it's literally just a fucking Disney ride. Where you pretend you're on a destroyer. And
Can you get in trouble for talking about this?
I don't know. There's a fucking video series on YouTube somewhere. It shows you called Becoming a Sailor. It's a little old at this point, I think, but it literally goes into depth what they do at battle stations anyways. And there's videos that talk about battle stations, so...
You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You're not
Good.
supposed to talk about it.
At boot camp, you're not supposed to talk about it, but...
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You're not boot camp.
Literally, they license, like, the people that make rides and shit for Disney to make this, like, boat inside of a building.
That's
And-
pretty. That's kind
It
of
is
cool,
really cool.
actually.
And it's pretending you like do what you do on a destroyer in the Navy and actually do shit. Fun fact though, none of that applied to me because I'm an air traffic controller, which means A, I don't go on destroyers or anything smaller than an aircraft carrier, and B, I mostly work at airfields. So I had nothing to do there really.
So you just sat there,
Hung
kind of
out.
like twiddling your thumbs.
Did you stand
No.
on a cool boat?
I did get to stand on the cool boat. I also got to move shit on it. and do other stuff.
Hey,
RJ, you want to move your mic a little closer?
Yes, my apologies.
Oh, you're good.
There we
Hey,
go.
you traffic weenie, come over here and move these anchors. And RJ's like, that's me, traffic weenie.
I have actually attached boats and removed them from piers before.
Oh,
Mooring the
that's
line,
that's
what it's
pog.
called. It's not as pog as you think. it's like, hey, you're doing this. It's called line handling. Fuck. But it gets you out of doing other shit usually. So,
That's
like
fair.
the last one I did, I was in what's called the forecastle, the front of the ship. Literally, they mustered us. They had us go there. We just sat there for like almost an hour and a half, just fucking around on our phones.
Did they ketchup you?
What?
You said they mustered us.
It's okay. I thought it was actually mustard too before I joined the Navy. I was like, wait a minute.
Hate you.
When did they relish you?
I'm relishing in the fact that I'm not attached to an aircraft carrier
The
anymore.
Navy doesn't relish anyone.
Can we mayo in?
No, but there are things, ceremonies where they will do fucked up shit to you.
Like chogging.
I've never been a
hazing.
part of them yet.
Were
so-
they chogging? Are you familiar with chogging?
No.
Chogging is a thing invented by the Hello Harem. It's when you jerk off into a gallon of chocolate milk. And then there's wogging, which is white milk, and then yogging is yogurt.
That sounds like a worse version than Icky Cookie.
We're not talking about that on Stream On Podcast.
So you sailed. What aircraft carrier were you on?
CVN 70, USS Carl Vinson. No offense to the Navy. Mostly love you guys. But we called it the Carl Prison.
So it sucked.
Yes. I had a feeling when I was in my basic training for my job, or the Navy calls it a rate. The thing for the schoolhouse was 7-0, good to go, because that was the bare minimum to pass. And that was also the number of my aircraft carrier. Needless to say, it translated over.
Oh. So, when we went to like the Yorktown and North Carolina and Laffey and things like that, what I noticed, one of the big surprising facts is there's no designated spot for sleeping. It looked like bunks were just
That
everywhere.
was mostly on North Carolina.
Mostly on North Carolina.
I
But
can't say for the smaller ships, but on aircraft carriers, well, I mean, all ships, anyways, have designated like sleeping areas. They're called berthings,
Uh-huh.
and the coffin racks are just stacked. Yes, on the aircraft carrier, mine depends on where on the ship you're at. If it's male or female, because you don't do co-ed, that's not allowed for good reason.
Yeah.
Usually, the larger open areas are nothing but bunks for like what seems ever. Is for ship's company, which is like squadron and other random people that come on for deployment only. The smaller areas are designated for the people that are like attached to the ship. Like my original place was maybe 25, 30 racks at most.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Dude, that's still a lot. It's a lot of people.
You're
It is.
saying only. I'm thinking, damn, that's 30 men in a room together.
You're right. It is only 30 men in a room together. However, there's spots that have probably close to 100, if not more.
Ooh.
Man.
So where did you?
Summer camp.
How long were you on the carrier?
I was attached for a total of 3 years. I got there the day they pulled in from a deployment. I went through what's known as RIMPAC, which is the Rim of the Pacific exercise, where we have, you know the movie Battleship?
Yeah.
It's what they were doing in that movie.
So you were
I've never
famous.
seen Battleship. What happens?
They're literally doing what's called RIMPAC. It's like all these nations around the Pacific, from Japan and that area, all the way back around to us and all the other island nations. Literally just play war games with each other and like build upon our relations.
That
sounds fun as
sweet.
fuck.
So I was chilling in Hawaii for like a month on land in between the war games and shit. So it was fun. I got to play on actually the sports team, one of them, for my aircraft carrier versus other nations. It's the bowling team.
Let's go, baby!
Man's probably bowling 300s, right?
Dude, he's from the dirty, too. You know this man be
Wait,
rolling.
you're from Canton?
I am from Canton.
Dirty.
Let me shake your
330
fucking
rep
hand.
it.
Fucking,
That's
it's
right,
a pleasure,
sailor.
sir.
Over there.
It's a goddamn pleasure.
Goddamn pleasure.
He's from
Needless
the
to say, our team got last place.
worst bowlers in the world.
Japan was very on point with their game.
Jeez.
Very. They took everything away. It was one hell of a game.
All right, too bad.
Okay.
Japan's like
For you guys that
bowling
like
his
ships,
lane.
though, when we pulled in, there was only one spot we could park the aircraft carrier, and right across the pier from it was the Japanese helicopter destroyer, named after one of their battleships, Issei, from the Second World War.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's fucking
Did
sweet.
it have a
cool.
mullet? Did it have a mullet?
I like the idea.
Did you say stop?
I like the idea of like he pulls up to a port and he's like, "Now if I can just find a parking spot."
Like this big.
They're like, "This motherfucker just double parked."
That's actually kind of close because in San Diego, where the home port for my ship is at, there's spots for 2 other carriers, and one's mainly for like a maintenance spot. But sometimes we pull like, goddamn, these other fuckers have our spot because the good spot is right across from the Starbucks.
Oh my god!
But no, it's also because that's
Fuck, we have to walk to Starbucks now.
no, but that's because it's actually it's the closest pier to the parking lots though. That's why it's the best spot.
Oh.
But it's also good for me because I lived in base housing, and that's literally a 5-minute walk to the boat. So 5 minutes to get to work if I got there before the line did.
Now, when you're just let's take it back a step. When you're just chilling on Hawaii for like a month, you said you were on land, correct?
Yes.
Did you have to report to the ship like daily, or
Yes.
what was your schedule like?
It's you'd think it's like a 9 to 5 kind of. We have designated working hours. It's whatever the commanding officer decides them to be.
Mm-hmm.
When I left, it was like 07 to 15:30 was a normal working day.
Okay.
So
Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No, not too bad.
you do that. It's Monday through Friday. However, there's what's called duty section, and we had 8 of them, and which means you have to spend a full 24 hours on the ship when it's your day.
Oh, okay.
So
Is that all working?
yes, well, you're required to be there. You're not allowed to leave the ship at all, and you're either standing watch, which means you're checking people's IDs, just doing anything that the ship needs personnel for, or you're just in your workspace, just literally chilling if it's the weekend, doing absolutely nothing until you're allowed to go to bed.
Cool.
So you had your
pretty
regular work
fucking
week,
boring.
reporting to the ship, and weekends were just ball out in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, you guys want to join the Navy?
No.
Nah,
No, I'm good. Thanks.
I don't.
I want you to know I fake laughed at duty cycle and then I actually laughed hard because I realized that he said duty cycle. So I don't think I want to be a part of the Navy.
But that's for you can touch the butt. They're big and gray.
He said butt.
Go ahead. You were saying something about duty.
Did you
They're
get
big.
any hot Hawaiian women?
No, I actually got fucked over from Tinder though.
Hey.
Yeah.
Shots Tinder.
Happens to everyone.
It
Not sponsored.
happens to everyone.
Not that I care, Sencho. I still love you and I still want to marry you. I'm
Step
not
on his
asking
balls.
for anything.
Christ. I actually used Tinder. I tried to while I was in Hawaii. Didn't get any matches really. But the ironic part was, the day as we were getting ready to leave, I looked at my phone one last time for shits and giggles. Oh, there's a match. Oh, it's 5 days old. Thanks for showing me now.
Man got zooped.
Exactly.
Absorbed.
All right, so like you do all that stuff.
Mhm.
Did you like go on a deployment?
No.
You didn't go on
I
a
did not.
deployment at all.
I was there at a weird time. I got there the day they pulled in from a deployment. Everything after that was rim pack. Then they were getting everything de-escalated. We actually went up to Washington State to work on the ship for a year. So we were under construction for like a year and a half almost.
Oh, really?
It was terrible.
That sounds rough.
I was in the security force for a year during that, and then I had to go to what's known as Fire Watch. And you're literally just sitting there watching a contractor with a fire extinguisher next to you. You just
That
watch
sounds
them.
fucking horrible.
You're not allowed to sleep. You can get in very large amounts of trouble for that. That's really about it.
Wow, that
Oh,
sounds
that
miserable.
sounds so bad.
Hey, you. Don't start a fire.
Like it sounds like one of those things. Like, dude, that'd be fucking awesome. Getting paid to hold a fire extinguisher and do nothing.
Those hours would drag.
Oh,
the fuck
yeah.
on.
There's no phones or anything allowed either because you're inside of a secret classified area inside the shipyard.
Damn, that sucks.
Nothing with a camera.
That sucks, man.
Tell us what was in the classified.
Story related to that actually after this here in a second. Being in Firewatch, I actually did get to see a lot more of the ship than I normally would have. Like, I actually spent time down in the nuclear reactor areas of the ship, just like watching people weld. Not as interesting as you think. Like, you're just catwalks everywhere and just loud as fuck.
Did they
Yeah.
tell you not to
Disgusting.
stare at the fire a lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
They gave us these tinted glasses. I think they're like level 3, maybe level 5. You need level 15 though to actually protect your eyes. So
That's my favorite thing is anytime there's welding going on, everyone always says, don't stare at the light. Like, you're that fucking dumb to stare
Another
at
story
it.
related to that one.
I know there's people that would. You have to say it.
But as for your thing with what's in the classified areas, we had a guy, I don't know his name, I just know he was on my ship, tried to sell secrets of the reactor to the Russians at one point, and he got arrested for it.
No.
I remember that story, actually.
Wow, that
I remember you bringing that up.
Oh, wow.
He's like, one day I heard he was like, yeah, this guy just got arrested. He's trying to sell secrets to the Russians. I was like, RJ, fucking what? And he's like, yeah, it's whatever. He just like blows it off. I was like, RJ, that's not so you just blow off.
I thought it'd be like, he told his buddy and he got in trouble. It was like,
No, we skipped all that and went right to Russia.
We went straight to Russia.
Had another guy with Luke's thing staring at the light, though. He stared at the light. He had to go and get his eyes looked at because he was blind for about a week and a half.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because of arc welding, I think it was. That was fun. Not to mention this guy was in the security force for a moment with me as well. Not going to put out names. People know who he is if they had heard this story before, if they ever come across this video. But needless to say, he was on the flight deck as the topside rover, it's called. You just walk around, watch the water and the skies, make sure there's nothing bad coming for the ship. Mm-hmm. And you got a rifle on your chest, that's cool. He was asleep in the chair, and the executive officer just happened to walk up on him and like, how you doing, buddy? Fuck.
You didn't oopsie.
What are you doing? I'm just chilling, man.
What are you doing? Getting tan. What are you doing?
I'm definitely not sleeping.
I don't know how to segue out of that.
Maybe.
That's can we get into the RJ questions?
Well, I have
Sure.
one more.
You have one more? Okay.
One
Go
more
for it.
before we get into like this fun stuff.
Yeah, this stuff's fun.
Being air traffic controller, were you in the tower on the
No.
aircraft? You weren't in the tower on
No.
the aircraft carrier.
That's what a lot of people have misconceptions with is the first one they hear air traffic controller, they'll think to an airport, they'll think about those guys with the little light sticks on the runway.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not us. We're in the control tower that's got all the windows that look like a giant UFO kind of on top of it. Either that or we're in a building somewhere just looking at a radar screen.
He's where we dickheads stand with our Pellingtons.
We're to stupefy us down. It's literally, think of me as a traffic cop for planes.
Hey, your altitude's too low. Pull up.
Hey, don't fly there.
Basically, yeah. That's literally what I do.
Well, no,
You've been
this
drinking
was
the
actually
Maxim?
one of my RJ questions. So we'll.
How busy was the flight deck? Were you guys constantly shooting shit off, landing?
There's regulated intervals. Like we have a set schedule through the day for what gets launched when and what it's doing. And now, unfortunately, because of my timing, even though I went to a specialized class for extra training for an aircraft carrier, I didn't get qualified in any what's called control positions. So I didn't really get to direct into the aircraft. Mm-hmm. However, I have talked to some of them. I helped qualify what's called a VX squadron, experimental, of F-35s before they were actually introduced into the Navy. Mm-hmm. So that was fun.
What kind of planes were on your carrier?
We had mostly F-18s. There are different versions. We had some of the last what's called Hornet versions, the small ones. They're single-seaters. Other versions of F-18s, we had Hawkeyes. They're the ones with the dishes on top. They're radars.
It's cool.
We also had helicopters because helicopters.
Helicopters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I was mainly worked in a space called Air Operations where I was in control of all the administrations and computer work that was going on for data management.
Neat.
Mm.
That'd be kind of, sweet. I don't know.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah, I'm sure, because it's like
in the air operations side, you're working with nothing but officers. It can be anywhere from ensigns all the way up to the commanding officer. I even had the admirals just strolling.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Like, I remember the one time, the admiral, his nickname was, I think, Death or the Grim Reaper or something like that. Yeah. He strode on in, and I didn't want to say Admiral in Air Ops because he was, like, right here in front of me as he was walking in. So I kind of had to let him come in first, and he just stopped there and looked at everybody. Then I said Admiral in Air Ops, and everybody was about to jump up like shit bricks. And then he just told him to calm down.
Yeah,
chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Admiral there was like, oh fuck!
Basically.
Hey!
Yeah.
Wasn't jacking off at all.
Speaking of
Nah,
that,
it's mainly the officers.
Wait, his question then leads into a question you had.
Go for it.
all right.
Well, Thorpe's question first.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. His question leads into your question.
So you've helped us out by answering one of our questions already. You were in a room with 25 to 30 other men.
Yes.
How the fuck do you beat your meat?
That's a real
You
question we
just
have.
do it.
Like it's late at night. You're like, I gotta rub one out. Just go for it. Is
All
there
right.
no-
Well, you have your coffin rack. Okay.
all right.
Wait, can you like? I don't have a good picture of what a coffin rack is. Is it literally like fucking bunks strapped to the wall, or is
No.
it like actual?
It's literally just bunk stacked on top of each other. 3 max, 2 usually, or sometimes. And it's called a coffin rack because of the way it acts is you sleep on top of it, and then you can lift it up, and that's where you store all your shit at.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But
kind of neat.
you can't. There's no way in hell you're going to be able to sit up in one though, at all.
So you have to like be like you can't sit up.
No, unless you're in a top rack maybe where there's no headpiece. But even then, there could be pipes and bullshit overhead where you can't anyways.
I'm a pipe
So
bursting.
you wouldn't want the
It's
top
happened.
rack.
That sucks.
No, you wouldn't want the top rack, especially unless you're short.
What if a pipe bursts?
Oh well.
I don't think that doesn't seem like it happens.
Gonna get wet.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a common occurrence.
I don't know,
Usually
man.
not.
It's a steam.
How often do you think they clean their pipes in the military?
The newest aircraft carrier very often because they made the pipes too small for the sewage system to work.
Okay. So how do you beat your meat?
You close your curtains in your rack and you go.
Oh, you have
Oh, you have
curtains.
curtains?
Yes.
Okay.
That
Or,
helps.
or,
That
you,
helps.
or you find a very secluded area on the ship, no one's going to bother you in. Or you go to the bathroom.
Wait, hold on. Secluded area on the
You
ship.
go down to the nuclear reactor.
Can you imagine beating your dick with your hand rested on a reactor?
That's a power move.
That is powerful.
That's a power move.
There's stories about this I can give to you guys, but I'm going to do it on camera since my name and my face is out there now, though.
Understandable.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the cast.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Okay, so my question actually alludes to the bathroom thing. So showering on an aircraft carrier.
Yes.
First off, what are the showers like?
Small.
Small?
Yes.
Like how small?
Let's see. You know how there's usually like a regular sized box shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but like you can maybe put your elbows out, if that, like this. And that's about all that you got.
It's just like curtains and shit?
It's just metal dividers. You can see the other dude right like eye level.
So, bro.
But yes, there's curtains for
You're just sitting
probably.
like, oh, hey,
There's regular shower curtains though that block out like where you walk in.
Okay.
So you have that at least. Now, the temperature of the water, that's a lucky one, because sometimes you have hot water, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's too fucking hot. Sometimes it's too fucking cold. Sometimes you just got to get clean.
You should just like
So the dial doesn't fucking work. It's like
Now, some of them have 2 handles, some of them have 1. Then there's more handles above that control that, and there's other spots because it's a ship. It's a warship.
Imagine walking into your bathroom and be like, which button do I press?
And then you got to be lucky because sometimes they'll say, all right, we got to conserve water, so that means take short showers. Because all the water you have that you can drink, that you make out to sea. Like the reactor's constantly sucking it in and purifying it.
Yeah.
So
Neat. Okay, so jerking off in a shower. A lot of these questions about jerking off. Of
course they are.
So when you jerk off in the shower, have you ever experienced drain jellies?
I don't think I've experienced any of that because I've never jerked off in the shower.
But
Both
have you
at
ever
home or in-
experienced?
No.
You never had to clean any out?
No. I've never had to clean any of the bathrooms. Well, okay. I've never had to routinely clean any of the bathrooms on a ship because my division didn't own any.
Okay.
Each like space on a ship like is sanctioned out to a different division and department,
Okay.
and they're responsible for cleaning it. I will tell you, however, is if you ever go into a bathroom on a ship, you are wearing shoes of some kind. If you don't, you're a fucking madman. If anything falls on the floor while you're in the bathroom, throw it away.
Just
throw it away.
It's that bad?
Yes.
It's done.
Okay, so you never experienced the jellies. That's good. I'm happy for you. I'm a little disheartened though.
I have experienced a shower though on the ship that looked like someone just sheared a sheep in it because they shaved in it
Oh,
Oh,
and they
that's
didn't clean it.
that's
fucked.
fucked.
Yes.
That's
Oh my
fucked
God.
bad.
yeah, those are small too.
And sometimes the deck drains outside the showers, like there's a little step, the showers that keeps the water in where their drains at. But then the other outside area we just walk through has another drain. Sometimes those get clogged, so there's giant puddles of God knows what.
Everything.
Everything a sailor can produce.
Probably.
Oh my God. Okay. Luke, next RJ question.
I'm still stuck on the idea of like life being so normal of showering next to a guy and just seeing him and he just jerking off you being like, "Oh, dude, nice shot."
I don't know.
I mean, dude,
I don't
it
think
was
that's ever happened. It's not for me.
well, like in high school football, it's more open than in
Yes,
military
it
aircraft
is.
carrier.
Yeah, high school
Like,
football is just
it's
an
a
open room
big
with
room
shower heads.
with shower heads. There's no dividers.
That's content.
Correct.
Yeah.
However,
it's just
in boot
normal.
camp, there was when I first got there, the first like little holding area they had to stay in. The showers were kind of like sectioned off with dividers.
Mm-hmm.
When we got to the normal spot, yeah, just giant metal poles coming out of the ground like a fucking circle of shower heads. Yeah.
High
Yeah.
school
It's like
football show.
Yeah.
you were just
No,
used
that's
to
close
it.
together.
Like, it wasn't weird.
Yeah, it really
Like,
wasn't.
fuck, we did like there were guys who were doing like jumping jacks in the shower in unison.
Yeah. If you won a game at our high school,
You did night jacks. In
you
the
did
shower.
night jacks in the
After,
shower.
yeah.
Me and
Interesting.
Anthony did not participate in the night jacks because we hated football. So
Respect.
everybody who liked it would go in the shower and do night jacks.
Okay.
What do we got next on the board?
Yeah, what's the next RJ question?
RJ, have you seen anything spooky at sea?
Define spooky.
Um,
Like scary spooky or just like random what the fuck spooky?
Both.
yeah,
Kind of
I
both.
guess,
Like something that makes your hair stand up.
Okay.
That you're like, yo, what was that?
Well, let's see. After a certain point, they announced lights out, where they turn off all the lights, and the only lights allowed to be turned on are red lights because red lights shed the least amount of light distance-wise. And also, you're not allowed to be outside, like on the catwalks. Definitely not the flight deck, especially when they're flying. At night either. So you can look out through the hangar bay doors if they're open, and because of that, I mean, there's not too much, but if you just look at the water, like, especially on cloudy nights or when the moon's not out, you can't see shit.
Really?
So
It's
if you go
that
overboard,
dark?
you're dead. You're not coming back. Wow. On top of that, the temperature usually in the water is like, if you don't have a special kind of suit on, it usually says on the weather channel we use, you can maybe survive an hour and a half, if that.
It's that cold.
Yes.
Wow. I think a lot of people overestimate the warmth of the ocean,
They do.
especially the Pacific, because I hear the Pacific is cold.
Even around the equator, it's still going to be cold, especially at night.
Man, that's fucked.
I'm good. I'm good on that.
I'm fine.
Was it cool on like the moon's bright as shit one night? It's a clear sky and you kind of see what's going on outside out the
Right.
hangar doors. Is it like super cool to go see
Oh, yeah,
all
definitely. If it's a clear night and you're out in the middle of the ocean, you can see like every star. It's beautiful.
that? That's crazy.
I can't comprehend that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
We have so much light pollution.
Yeah. I'd love to see that because I'd be pog as fuck.
I got a sea story though for nighttime if you want.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I didn't experience this. One of my friends did. He worked up on the bridge, and part of his responsibilities was to check the cameras around the ship. And with those cameras, he also had the option to look at the cameras coming from the gun mounts. One of the gun mounts obviously had night vision because you got to be able to see at night. Lo and behold, through the night vision camera, he sees these two people going at it on the tail end of the ship. And because one of the officers up there noticed it, like, yeah, we got to report that. So they sent security forces down to go break it up and take care of it. They get out there. They're already done and gone. However, dumbass forgets, or doesn't, I don't know. He's just a dumbass. The security is walking by to go and find these people. Dude just goes up to like high five and like gloat about what he just did. And that's how they found out.
Oh my god, what an idiot.
Yes.
Jordan just pounded poon on the back of the boat.
Yeah, check it.
Jesus Christ. What are the repercussions for getting like?
I was also
like,
curious.
Basically adultery. Depending on the offense with the UCMJ, you'll get half month's pay, so you lose money.
Jesus.
Sometimes you can get busted down in rank, so you lose even more money, and you have to go through the rank up process again. And then you can even get awarded restriction. I think maximum of 60 days on the ship. You stay on the ship in a working status 24/7.
Wow.
Oh, that was
Constantly showing up to things that the security makes you do in specific uniforms and all kinds of stuff. It's not fun.
all
That
of that
sucks.
for a piece of ass.
Yeah, dude, it's not worth it.
Just smashed Poon on the back of the boat,
Hey,
babe.
give me your salary.
Fuck. Not again.
That was not the story I was expecting.
Yeah, I was like expecting like he saw a ghost ship.
No.
He saw an enemy ship coming in. No, he just saw.
Oh, but I have an enemy ship story if you want to hear that.
Ooh, yeah,
All right,
man.
yeah.
Not my experience, from the guys that actually like control the combat aspects of the ship that work next to me. When they were on their last deployment in 2017 timeframe, when they're working the China Sea in that area, China really liked to go over open comms and literally just meow like cats.
No, they didn't.
Yes.
No.
They would literally just meow like cats, do stupid shit like, "Hey, you stupid American warship, go away. Our ocean, no, go home."
That's fucking hilarious.
Like, depending on the officer that was in charge of like retaliating against their cons, like they would do stupid shit. The one officer would actually play like fucking pornography over the open channels.
So you watch like the news and they're like, Russia, China, the U.S. are doing this. It's heated. And then you hear a story like this. China's going, yeah, these stupid Americans.
And then
go
you hear
away."
over the American comes.
Yeah, dude, play this fucking porn in the mic.
So I
Basically,
found the sick hentai the other day.
I love the fact that you could have two countries going to war and like it's portrayed as like fucking horrible,
Brutal.
and which it is obviously, but at the end of the day, man, we're all just human.
Right.
We're all just
So
human.
funny.
We all get bored.
I can't. That is the one of the coolest facts ever.
That is the most human thing I can imagine.
Just trolling on the fucking ocean.
Dude, it's trolling on the mic.
I would do it. Fuck it.
It's like an Xbox party chat.
basically,
That's awesome.
With less racial slurs.
Yeah. Well, probably more.
Maybe.
Maybe
Probably.
more.
Probably more.
That was a good one. Thank you for
I
that.
like
It's
that
really
one.
hard because you guys had the question to ask him about funny stories on his
Yeah,
job.
he's already
and we're
telling
just
us.
getting funny stories with every other.
well, if you want to watch a
fine.
semi-serious one, our transit and our training to make sure the ship was good after getting through the shipyard period, which was a terrible time.
That was in Washington, right?
Yes, Bremerton, Washington.
My girl.
Yes.
Oh, Bremerton.
Yes,
He knows.
I do. Terrible place.
But
Seattle, Washington, not too bad.
Damn fine Oscar Lane boat.
Yes, I agree with that.
All right. I keep interrupting.
As we were completing our trials to make sure the boat worked properly, which for the most part it did, on our way back down to San Diego, our home base, we were followed for quite a while by a Russian submarine with no escorts.
Oh.
Until we called in another U.S. submarine to go chase them away.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh,
Tension's
that
high
is
on the water. That's
spooky.
fucked.
A little spooky, but the Russian submarines are always following us anyways, because they're Russians.
I like the idea of them just sitting there like, hey, well, I just want to fuck with this. So here, come here.
You want to meow? No, the Chinese already did that. Do something else.
No, they announced their presence with their loud-ass diesel submarines.
No.
They
We'll
use
just,
diesel
we'll just
subs.
follow them. And then they're like, hey, can you guys go tell them to not follow us? And they're like, yeah, we got you. And the submarine's like, go the fuck away. They're like,
Go home.
Привет! And they just like turn around. Suka!
Put it in fifth gear.
Oh, okay.
Suka! It's like 5 miles an hour turn around. Like,
Here's a little fun history fact for you. At one point, Pepsi Cola actually had a fucking navy.
Oh.
Joined the Pepsi Navy today.
Pepsi, Russia was actually not allowed to buy Pepsi or something like that. Like, the rules weren't allowed to use to buy Pepsi, even though the Russians love that shit. So they're like, hey, you take these decommissioned boats and submarines, and you'll give us Pepsi.
they traded boats for Pepsi? That's the most Russian thing I've ever heard.
This is 100% facts. You can look this up later, I swear to God.
That is the most Russian thing ever.
That's hilarious.
Hey, we got this multi-million-dollar sub. You want to trade it for a couple 12 packs?
Throw in some cherry too.
If you look up Pepsi Russian, it autocorrects with Navy. Pepsi Russian Navy. How Pepsi briefly became the 6th largest military in the world.
Coca-Cola needs to up their game.
Yeah, dude.
That is
They need
fucked.
something.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
funny.
sorry, fuck Coke. They didn't have a military that was the 6th largest in the world.
Dude, I 100% like Pepsi more now.
Hashtag sponsor us, please.
Yeah.
Pepsi, the Hello Harem's trying to start a navy. You want to give us those Russian warships?
I think they're gone at this
Yeah,
point.
I'm sure
but-
they had to give them away. I don't think the United States was going to say, yeah, just keep them.
Did you see any animals while out at sea, like whales, porpoises, dolphins?
I didn't see any whales, but I know at one point, or multiple probably, my warships are known to hit whales.
Get the fuck out of the way or get fucked.
Isn't there something on the warship that attracts whales? Is it like sonar or something?
I don't know. I mean, something might if it matches the right frequency. I don't really know. But I have seen dolphins off the side of the ship before. That was pretty cool. On a rare occasion on deployment, they actually have days where you're allowed to go fishing off the side of the ship.
Oh, really?
That's
really?
awesome.
Also, what's called swim calls. You'll literally walk to the edge of the elevator when it's down to its lowest level and just jump off the side of the ship and swim all the way around to the back.
I've seen pictures of that.
Open ocean swimming.
Yeah,
That's
I've seen
fucking-
pictures
The
of that.
scary part that disheartens some people, though,
Open ocean
is
swimming.
what happens if there's a shark attack. What happens if there's a shark attack or a shark spotted? The security guys will be on their little boat out there with their guns loaded. They don't shoot the shark. They shoot you.
What?
Yes, it is procedure for them to shoot the closest person to the shark and sacrifice them for the rest of the crew.
No, it's not.
Little Timmy, who just got out of boot camp and went to a swim call, is not coming home. Sorry.
Dude, that is insane.
That's real? Wait, that's real?
I've never seen it in the binder when I was in security, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Dude,
But I've never been to a swim call either, so don't quote me on this one.
Dude,
All right, and we are back.
welcome back, gamers. RJ has just pulled out a bunch of patches and
Coins.
coins and other metallic doodads from his book bag of many secrets.
And some of them have anime girls on them.
You're damn right.
Some of them!
A lot of them.
Enterprise.
We got
does
our
have an
girl
Enterprise right
Enterprise.
Yeah.
We have the Royal Delivery Service. I
like
thought it was
the cat
Kabuki
right
at
there.
first.
No, that's an Ace
Is,
Combat patch.
I love fucking love Ace Combat.
I've had a question about this one.
Yes.
Is this
A real squadron?
that and from the Tomcats? Because I
Yes,
see an
that is
F-14.
an F-14 Tomcat.
That's what I thought.
That's my favorite jet.
Yeah, that's the best
I'm
jet.
pretty sure the reason that the F-14 is flying up is because there's a maneuver that was practiced for last-ditch efforts if we had to drop a nuclear bomb with a small jet.
Uh-huh.
They would literally fucking full throttle afterburner that bitch, go up, and then at the height of their fucking burn, release the bomb as it goes up more, and they would peel away and then fucking throttle it back out of there before the bomb went off.
Oh, really?
That's fucking dope.
That is... Imagine the nuts on the guy that has to
Yeah,
do
dude,
that.
that's-
It was a low expectancy to get away from the bomb, but yeah.
Hey, you gotta go drop
Once
a nuke in
again,
this.
imagine the nuts of the guy that had
Right.
to do that.
This rim
You
pack
see
one
that
is
one?
super
Yes,
dope.
that's my most prized one.
This one is super dope.
That one's
Yo!
awesome.
That one
I
is
think
sick.
that-
I like
What is that one from?
It's from Rimpack.
The
I was in
rim pack
Hawaii.
exercise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking
It's got all the
sweet.
nation's flags, the squadrons. It was on my ship there. We were a carrier air wing too. It's got all the squadrons listed on the one side. I think that was the first Rimpack that China didn't get invited to. After they started talking about the island stuff.
After
and
they
whatnot.
started meowing through the
Yeah,
mics.
something like that.
Yeah, this is super dope. I
This
like
is
that
my
one a
favorite
lot.
one.
That one's dope.
That one, Enterprise, HK416. I had people want to buy those from me.
You might have a few
Dude, you
more,
could have made some
Yeah,
money.
you've got,
offers.
you've got
That,
more offers tonight.
That one right there in the middle, it's got the sinking submarine. I actually was given that patch when the last couple of times went out to sea. There's a guy from Data Recording Testing Center. He was trying to get the data information on the Ospreys, the tilt rotor helicopter aircraft,
Yeah, where's
and
this guy
I
right
was
here?
that one and that one. Yeah, I was helping him record that data, and he literally ripped that patch off of his flight suit and just gave it to me.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
is this your
Yeah, that's my what they call a name tape. It's literally just the fucking name tag.
you just put it like
Yeah, and that's my what's called a warfare device.
it sticks.
You're
mean-
Remington now.
Yeah.
Remington.
Stolen valor.
What is this one we got?
That is the tail wing of the
F-18.
lead aircraft for the bullets. VFA 2, I believe they are.
Bounty hunters.
Yeah.
That's cool.
F-18.
Yes, everything's pretty much an F-18. But
Yeah.
that circle patch with the F-18 in the middle, that's also their patch. That's all the aircraft they have ever flown since being a squadron.
Oh, I want to see these. Let's see what we got. I don't know
Obviously
the
an
biplanes,
F-18.
but I see a Hellcat. I see what
Stick
looks
That's
to
with
be
the
a
trigger and you'll
Wildcat.
make it.
It's in reference to that.
That's fucking sweet.
That looks like a Corsair.
Probably.
F4U. F-14.
What's this one? MG3.
Yeah, I don't know these earlier ones. I know the World War II and I know F-18 and F-14.
If you put this on your uniform, what would happen?
I'd probably get yelled at.
Dude,
But-
I would fucking strap this shit on so hard.
Dude, I'd go
Well,
Enterprise.
here's the thing.
I'd go
On the
Enterprise.
Navy's uniform, what's called the Navy Working Uniform Type 3, it's our green digitals. I absolutely hate them. I like the blue ones better. A lot of people agree with that. Some people don't. We actually have the option to put American flags, Don't Tread on Me flags, and other command patches on those. However, when you're out to sea, depending on what your command says, they're more lenient on jackets you can wear over your coveralls, and you can put patches on them. And I would go around with some of the anime patches and other stupid
Dude,
crap
I would
like that.
I would eat Tasha my uniform so hard.
That'd be so.
The
that'd
shit would be
dope.
strapped up on
Yeah,
me
straight up.
so hard.
I literally had an admiral stopped in the hallway of the ship one time and asked me about this patch because I was wearing it, the Chinese one. Don't Tell Me from OSC, the QBZ. He's
Anime
like,
girls with guns.
What'd he say?
Yeah.
Like,
He's
how'd
like,
that go down?
what the hell is that shit, mate? I'm like, it's a patch from one of my games, sir. Like, China, don't call me a FAMAS. What the
I'm a
FAMAS? It's a
gamer.
gun.
I'm a gamer admiral.
He's like, you know we're at war with China, right? Basically, son. Like, I know, sir. He just walks away. I'm like, all right.
He left going, that was a
Yeah.
fucking sweet patch.
Yeah, dude, where do I give me one of those?
Jay, can I see that one by your right arm? It's like,
How many-
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
How many
Mobius?
weebs are like on your
Ace
boat?
Combat 4.
Oh, yeah.
Moby, I remember that.
I-
Ace
I
Combat
like the
4 was
colors
the
of
best
those.
one.
That Shaka patch, that's also from Rimpak. Way over there on the far left.
Right here? Oh, yeah, I
It
see
goes
that.
with the coin.
It's a Riz.
Yeah.
Hit with the
Riz
Riz,
the patch.
bro.
Riz
Riz the
all the other
patch.
countries.
Riz the patch.
Hey, brother.
What?
These are so cool.
How many weebs would you say are on your boat? More than you'd think?
Contrary to popular belief, almost everybody in the Navy is actually a weeb.
No.
Almost. Yes.
Hey, can we get the entire United States Navy on the podcast? Can we do a live podcast on your aircraft carrier?
Let's go do a.
Can we
Can
talk-
you give us exposure on your aircraft carrier?
the
so
Well,
we
I'm
can
not
learn
attached to them anymore. They took my sticker, so I'm not allowed back.
Dude, what if we fucking did a Hello Harem episode live from a ship?
Y'all should have asked me that before.
This one's
So,
cool.
do you-
This one.
But
Hold on.
I'm
This
gonna be in
one.
Texas for 4 years here soon, so y'all can come down during that.
All
I'll go to
we'll mess with
Texas.
some Texas weebs.
This one's cool. We got USS Arizona.
Yeah, that
on
was
BB-39.
during boot camp. They assign you what's called a ship. That's where you stay at.
Fuck.
It's all good.
Metal.
The boot camp buildings were named after famous World War II ships and other stuff like that. And
That's
I was in the
cool.
Arizona.
That's sweet.
That's awesome.
That's badass.
It was an interesting welcome because after they marched us to the other side of the fucking base with all of our shit on our back, and someone had to carry other people's stuff because they couldn't. They got us out, placed on the grinder, which is just this giant concrete slab. And these guys come out in coveralls, and one's got a megaphone. We're just like, what the fuck is about to happen? We learned what the fuck was about to happen. They started blasting a siren, telling us to get the fuck upstairs to the highest level of the building, which was like 3 or 4 flights of stairs. And then we had to stand on a line, throw our bags down in front of us, put them back on, throw them down, back on, throw them down, repeatedly until they were done with us. One dude took my bag and threw it halfway across the room, and they were doing this and counting down at the same time. So if you didn't have your shit done by the time they're done counting down every time, you were doing some kind of physical punishment. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jeez.
They let them have it.
Yeah, they
Oh,
really
let 'em
did.
Have it.
They gave him the blicky.
I can't get over how badass these all are.
Yeah, these are awesome.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Dude.
So I guess my final question is, are you going to go back out at sea, or are you done at sea?
That's the interesting with my job as an air traffic controller. Everywhere in the Navy, job-wise, they have what's called a seashore rotation. My job doesn't exactly have that because we can only go to aircraft carriers, amphibious assault ships, and then airfields, or sometimes overseas, depending on where it's at. So most of my job is at an airfield, and because of that, there's a very low likelihood that I'll ever go back to a ship. But if I stay in for a full 20 years, if not more, which I doubt I will, but I don't know yet. See how Texas goes. I will probably end up going back to a ship at some point.
So you did say you were signed up for another 4 years.
Yes.
Would you like to go back to a ship?
I don't know. Maybe. Definitely, you'll have to do a lot more unrelated to your actual job when you're on a ship, though. That's for sure. So
Is that like a positive that you're kind of always switching things up? Does that make it a little easier?
It depends on how you look at it. Like you're going to see a lot more of the world on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to meet a whole lot other people, not just those you work with being on a ship too. And then you're definitely going to get all kinds of experiences and other viewpoints being on the ship. Being on an airfield, you're just going to be with your crew for whatever 9 to 5 shift you're
So
in.
it's just like your typical day job.
No, say, how old are you exactly?
23, I'll be 24 this year, I believe.
Okay, so you're the same age as Thorpe and I right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you've lived a hell of a life already. You got more stories than a lot of people. That's pretty fucking poggers, regardless.
I would agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
agree.
I mean, the dude's been to Hawaii. First off, how many people do you know?
I wouldn't
like
say
Hawaii
I'm that
besides
into the
Josh?
Navy yet because I can't be classified as a veteran since I've never been on actual military deployment. And on top of that, I've only ever been to, as port calls, I would say, Hawaii, Bremerton, Washington, and my home port of San Diego. That's the only place I've ever been. So,
Hell, that's more than me.
Still, that's a hell of a lot. I mean, you sat here with us for like an hour and a half and you told us crazy stories. Like, I can't imagine what 4 more years are going to do. And even if they don't, that's still a lot of stories.
We'll have
right.
you back in 4 more years.
RJ's on his second term.
Term number 2.
Term
Oh,
2,
shit.
baby. RJ got reelected.
What?
He's doing 4 more years.
Yeah. Yeah, they do things kind of different.
President.
Fucking hell.
Holy shit.
Holy
Hey, no,
God.
I
That's
did.
long.
Yeah, I'm with Jay.
It's okay. We do kinds of things.
Where's it?
We do things weird in the Navy. Like we're the only branch of the military that makes you take a written test to go up to the next rank.
Oh.
You have to study?
Yes,
Fuck that.
there's a 175 question test you have to take whenever you're eligible to go to the next rank, and on top of that, you have to have good points from awards, degrees, and whatever your eval is. And if your eval is not good enough, you're probably not going to make it to the next rank.
That's
Like you can be one of the top 90% scoring people, and your eval is not good enough to get you there to the next rank.
Damn.
I didn't realize there was so much criteria.
Yeah.
to-
I didn't either. I just
Because-
thought it was, like Call of Duty. Killing
I
a couple
spent
people when you go up.
I spent 3 years on an aircraft carrier, and you know how many questions are on that test about an aircraft carrier out of 175?
Probably like 6.
20, 25, 30.
Gee, that's not a lot.
Then there's maybe about just as much for amphibious assault ships, which is kind of different but kind of the same. The other 100 plus questions are all about airfields, which I've never done before.
Oh, fuck. Frog ships.
And I am ranked against everybody across the entire globe in the Navy that has the same job as me for the same rank.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a lot of competition.
I guess I got
Yes.
one final question, and then I'm done. Compared to destroyers now
Okay.
and destroyers, let's say World War II, because that's my favorite era of like military equipment.
Mine too.
Do you think destroyers lost their character or
Their
appeal
fighting
now?
edge.
No, I wouldn't say fighting edge. It's more so when I look at one now, I just think they look ugly as fuck.
Well, I don't really know since I've never actually been on one. But that was a different time. A lot of ships had more armor or less armor depending on what they were built for, where they're going to be in the world as well. Ships nowadays, mainly our destroyers, we have DDGs, which are guided missile destroyers. And their main focus is they're going to just launch missiles at shit long range. That's why we don't have battleships and stuff like that, because of airplanes as well. But the Navy's thinking about bringing frigates back, I've heard in recent times. I don't know if that's ever going to come to fruit. I don't see a reason for it to, but it's whatever. So we're stuck with the aircraft carrier game for now and whatever other big ships we have.
I got a question.
So-
If you had the opportunity to serve on any boat, what would it be?
Ever.
Like just name ship or just type? Like, what do you mean?
Name ship. Like in the history of the United States.
Lucky.
You can go as far back as the USS Constitution if you want.
You can actually serve on that now.
No fucking way. Are you
There's a
serious?
Constitution?
Yeah, the USS Constitution is still an active duty ship technically.
What a gamer.
Yeah, but
What's it do?
it sits there.
It flies. It fucking flies.
Bazinga!
It does fire cannons on a rare occasion for like celebration
21
and shit.
gun salute.
Probably. But you have to be like really high quality sailor and certain rates job wise you can go there. Like they obviously don't fly planes off of it, so I'm never going to go there.
Yeah, I figured.
But nah, I'd probably one of the older aircraft carriers, maybe Yorktown or Enterprise, the originals.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The Big E's.
Yeah, he wants to be on the Big E. He'll never go down,
Oh my god.
Yeah. Too bad they fucking scrapped her.
which is such
Like
a goddamn
every
shame.
fucking ship in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Such a goddamn.
lot.
They're about
North
to
Carolina.
scrap the Kitty Hawk, actually.
Really?
Oh, really? No.
When we were down in Yorktown, they were prepping the Clamagore submarine to get turned into a reef.
Gonna reefer.
Jesus Christ.
Gonna reefer. Luke, you said you had one final closing question.
wrap her
Is
up.
everyone all done with their
Yeah,
questions?
I'm good. I'm ready to
Jay,
wrap
you
it
got
up.
anything else? You want to ask him how horny he is right now or
How
something?
horny are you right now?
Looking at these patches.
Well, I've got a big fat cat in my lap.
I forgot you were
On a
there.
scale of 1 to horny, how horny are you?
As our great captain once said, I'm horny.
You pulled it out, dude. You fucking madman.
I'm good.
I did.
So, RJ, as a fun little question, what is one anime that you would recommend to any of our viewers getting into anime?
That are starting out?
Let's say they're starting out, and then recommend one for some of us that have been into anime for a while.
Okay, fair enough.
You can do one of each.
When you're starting out, I'd say probably go for a classic like Trigun. I know not a lot of people don't talk about it. Some probably don't know what it is. It's definitely older animated. It's about a guy that's got a bounty on his head. And it's kind of like an old Western shooter meets fucking sci-fi almost, like Cowboy Bebop, but not.
Sorry, we get really bad PTSD when anything's going on, so if everything's going smooth, sometimes we just hear things.
Yeah, sorry
Right.
about that. I heard the.
Camera broke.
All right, continue about Trigun. Sorry.
Trigun, it's really old, so it's like that older, grainy, almost like animated
I
style.
love that. I love that. Love
This
it.
this dude, he just wears a fucking red trench coat, sunglasses, slicked up like lightning blonde hair. He has no care in the world, but he's always there to help people. Like he has a dead eye with his handgun. It's like stupid heavy, like Thor's hammer, almost. So he's like one of those people that can lift it. But on top of that, he's also not a killer. Like he won't kill anyone. That's his big thing. Like he could kill anyone at any distance with any weapon, but he won't.
What's this one called again?
Trigun.
Trigun.
I recommend the English voice acting. I mean, the only reason I do is
It's
because
older, so it's going to be good.
because for me it depends on if the voice fits the character. That's how I watch my anime.
That's fair.
Plus, also the English voice actor for Vash the Stampede, the main character, is a guy known as Johnny Young Bosch, I believe his name is. He is in a lot of different things for English voice acting. He's one of the original Power Rangers. He's also voices Nero from Devil May Cry.
He's got cred.
Yeah,
He's got cred.
He's got cred.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Very
when you
cool
watch Cowboy Bebop dubbed is the guy that does Tank Dempsey for
Mhm.
And I
Spike.
do love
That's
Spike's
cool.
voice, so
That's
I'm
cool.
okay with that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's the dude that does Tank Dempsey. And he does like a whole bunch of other shit. too.
Unrelated note, yeah, he's actually doing online voice acting classes.
I get ads
Really?
for them all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I've never Google searched voice acting classes, lessons, or anything. I get ads for it all the
He was
fucking
also
time.
the Toonami guy.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
the
shit.
Toonami
Was
guy.
he really?
That
Yeah.
that does make sense.
That's
Toonami.
cool.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
when he's like
Yeah.
Toonami and all that
Tonight
shit.
on
Yeah.
Toonami.
Yeah,
Like, was him.
that's Dempsey.
That's
fucking
That's Tank
classic.
Dempsey.
All right, and then for us old
veteran
heads,
weebs.
for us old heads, what would you recommend to us, the
to
Harem
the
Boys?
to the veteran weebs.
To the vets? Fuck. That's a hard question.
Yeah.
That's the hard one.
we serve.
Yeah. The fucking Weekend Warrior weebs over here. The WWW.
I think I'm hurt by that.
I know, a little bit.
I'm kind of honored
okay.
by that. That's kind of.
Weekend Warrior is not a compliment.
No,
It's
it's
not a
not.
weekend warrior. It's a fucking lifestyle.
Alright, I'll give you that.
All right, sorry. What would you recommend the Harem?
That's a great question. I really don't have an answer off the top of my head of that one. Probably lesser known than Trigun, maybe. It's certainly an older one as well. I would recommend Sergeant Frog.
RJ, what is Sergeant Frog?
I don't even remember how I came across it, but
Wait.
This mug hits us with Sergeant fucking Frog.
Wait, hold on.
it's,
Here's a super
Turn it
dope-
around.
I don't.
I didn't say it was super dope. I said it's just old.
He's like, here's a super dope Western sci-fi.
No,
No,
that was
Trigun, that's
That was
Trigun.
That's what I said.
Trigun, yeah.
He's like, here's the super dope Western sci-fi anime. Here's Sergeant Frog for you, dipshit.
Turn it around, Luke. I need to
Yeah, I
see
need to
him.
see this.
This is what we got as our recommendation.
I fuck
It's a
with Sergeant
classic.
Frog.
How long is it?
I don't know. I've never finished it.
It's longer than
It's
One
weird.
Piece.
It's not like fucking for like an older audience, I'd say, but it's like you've got to be older to get some of the jokes, probably because it's.
How long is it?
358 episodes.
How long are the episodes?
Regular length, I'm pretty sure.
Probably 23.
They're probably regular length.
But
And then
alright.
it had. Oh, hold on. Wait, before it ran from April 3rd, 2004 to April 3rd, 2011. And then there's another series called Keroro that came out that's also 23 episodes that came out in 2014.
Alright, but if you want me to be more,
It got a
like,
part 2.
a more serious series that I recommend highly. You might not like it if you don't like sports, but Eye Shield 21, my favorite anime of all time.
Eye Shield or High?
Eye Shield, like
Eye
football.
Shield. Okay.
It's a football anime.
Oh.
Wow, I've
Huh.
never heard of that
Yeah,
before.
me
Holy
It's
shit.
it's like 145 episodes with like one movie, and the manga goes on for even longer.
145 episodes.
That's a lot.
That's long, yeah.
That's great.
It's almost got an 8 on my anime
It's
list.
interesting
Yeah.
that it's a football anime.
Yeah, that
It's
is
it kicked off the
Wait.
fucking sports genre.
Oh, really?
That-
It's like
that's why.
it's like the
Yes, it's the-
quintessential.
I mean,
Yeah.
I fuck with Kuroko's basketball hard, so like,
I have one more question before we log out.
All right.
Do you watch Gundam? Have you seen Gundam?
What kind of question is that? Of course I do.
Thank the fuck. Hold on. Shake my fucking hand.
I've got Gundam Wing on DVD.
Thank you. You. Oh, dude, they have never seen Gundam. I keep telling them to watch it. They're like,
Do you watch Macross Delta?
"What's that?" No, I didn't hear you.
Macross Delta?
No, I haven't seen.
Look it up.
it's the one with the girl that sings fucking that they put September over, and she's dancing
Oh,
with her.
yeah, I have that queued up.
And it has like a
a.
3 on every single
Yeah.
fucking.
I just love that.
They kind of crossed it into Ace Combat a couple times. Another like really amazing mech anime I'd recommend if you guys are into that thing
I love
is
mech.
Eureka 7.
Eureka 7.
It's
I don't know a whole
It's
lot
another
of mech.
great anime.
Like
It's amazing.
the only like real history I have with mech, other than like fake mechs like Darling in the Franxx or SSSS Gridman.
Eureka 7 is like their mechs turn into cars as well, but then they also have like these fucking surfboards they ride around in the sky.
It's just like Gundam. Like I grew up with Gundam. Like that really started off everything. That and Godzilla, and like the sounds from Gundam Wing. You know the
Yeah.
sounds like when the Gundam moves, the sound of the machine gun
Oh, yeah.
from them.
That's why I
It's
love
just-
Aldino Zero so much too.
Really,
Yeah,
we have to
but I grew up with Transformers and shit like that, so that's why I got into the
Thank God you've seen Gundam. At least there's one person with a fucking brain here.
right.
Yeah, I'm going at you
Says the
three.
guy that fucks horses.
Says the guy who hasn't seen Amagami.
Says the guy who doesn't have Nagato.
Yeah, really?
Do you have
RJ,
Nagato?
have you seen Gurren Lagann?
No.
Did you really just ask me that?
Wait.
I'm just making
yes?
sure because they haven't seen it, and he's gonna talk shit, but he hasn't seen.
Yeah,
the-
because you recommended it like
he hasn't
twice.
seen the quintessential mecha anme.
When did Gurren Lagann come out?
First off,
When did Gurren Lagann
anything
come
by
out?
Studio Trigger is amazing.
That's not
Exactly.
Trigger.
Huh?
See, I thought it was Trigger the whole time
Oh,
too.
whatever.
Luke actually looked up
Okay.
one episode because I was like, dude, it's fucking Trigger.
Well, they helped with
2007.
But anyways,
That's not the quintessential that came out in 2007.
I've already
Absolutely
explained.
not.
I've already
Gundam
explained.
Wing came
Gurren-
out in like 90 something.
We're not
Gurren
arguing about
Lagann is
this
great.
again.
I have every episode on my iPhone and the movies. And on top of that, what is it? Anything by the studio that made that, I fucking watch. It's lovely. No Game No Life is another amazing series.
Yep, agreed.
The
Double.
movie is amazing and it's so sad.
I still have to watch the movie.
It's very
I
sad.
haven't seen it either. I'm just
The
waiting for
only
season two.
anime that ever made me cry is the first time I watched Angel Beats.
Ah,
That
classic.
hurt. That
And,
hurt so bad.
and No Game No Life Zero, the movie.
Damn, I guess I gotta watch the movie.
But I would highly recommend the Studio Trigger movie Promare. It's absolutely amazing.
That's the one that came out recently,
yes,
right? I wanted
it
to see that
combines
theater
everything
so bad.
from like Kill the Kill, Gurren Lagann, all kinds of anything from those producers. It's all in the same movie combined, pretty much.
That's fucking sweet. I remember when that was airing. I was like,
And
I gotta
then-
get tickets.
Another classic series that also just released a new version of that movie, Lupin the Third. Absolutely
Luke,
amazing.
you've mentioned Lupin the Third.
That's because Andy keeps making memes about how he's gonna watch all of Lupin the Third, but it goes back to like the '60s when the first Lupin the
It
Third
does.
came out.
It's old as shit. Like Captain Harlock, there's a 3D movie for that. but it's an old ass animated anime as well.
Like, I mean, it started like in the 60s, and you have to watch that to get canon that comes out today.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. That's cool, actually. It goes that
the
far
character
back.
Lupin III is made up based off of an even older character from an actual French book, I believe, named Arsène Lupin, which is actually, if you ever played the Persona series, Persona 5. Yeah, Arsène is basically the stand that Joker from Persona 5 uses. So that is the grandfather of Lupin III, the gentleman thief.
There we're getting a whole fucking history lesson. Look at that.
The first Lupin III manga came out in 67.
That's old.
Yep.
That's real old.
Part 1 of Lupin
That's
III.
over 50 years.
Part 1 of Lupin III started in 71.
Neat.
Wow. That's fucked. That's insane.
Part 5.
I don't say that's fucked. It's not really fucked. It's just.
Part 5 of
long.
Lupin III came out in 2018.
Jeez.
And then there's Lupin III, the first movie that just came out.
Yeah, Lupin III the first did just come out.
Wow. Straight up history.
Naming
History.
titles.
Straight up history. All right, guys. Well,
Next week we'll talk about Star Wars.
No, we
that's not where Alex falls in.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars is sweet, but I don't know shit about it. But
wrap
that's-
that shit up.
jeez. All right.
Do it again.
That's enough. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of today's podcast. First off, I'd like to thank RJ,
Thank you.
absolute fuck ton, for coming on.
Oh,
it's
that
been
was
a
a lot
fucking
of fun
blast.
talking to you about everything,
Good
seeing all the
podcast.
patches.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you again for joining us on this wonderful podcast.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Guys, as always, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on the video. Share it with a friend if you found anything cool or interesting. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, always email us at helloharempodcast@gmail.com. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Go follow us on
Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter. Go follow us on
I was
Twitter.
gonna say TikTok.
Twitch talk.
Oh, we do
TikTok.
have a TikTok. I
TikTok.
forgot.
You guys
But,
got a Discord server?
No,
Not yet.
we're
Not yet.
I've got an empty Discord server. Y'all can use that.
I mean, we can just make one
That's fair.
too. There's no need right now. I
Fair
don't
enough.
think we have a audience asking for a Discord server.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Guys, if you want a Discord server, let us know.
Like
Actually,
and
in the
comment.
comments.
Adam, I-
But I hope you guys enjoyed listening to RJ's insane stories. I know I
Yeah,
did.
that was a lot of fun.
That was the cat's meow. That was
Meow.
the cat's meow.
That was the Chinese meow.
That was the Chinese meow. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.